And we should be live. Hello, chat.
Hey.
Eyeballs in the chat. If you can see me, if you are tuned in live on YouTube, let me see those eyeballs in the chat.
We live.
Not liking the negativity starting off in the chat already. Seeing anti-Marz faction. I don't know.
I like that word. I'm not gonna lie, man. Even
Nah.
though, you know, I'm with you, Marz. I'm riding with you to the death, you know.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
That's so
Yeah,
cute.
it's
That's
just
so cute, bro.
You say what?
I said that's so cute. Ride with you to the death, Marz. I got your back, bro. My little
I mean,
bro,
it's
man.
crazy because, you know, like the Martians be backstabbing me all the time. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yo,
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm being hated on. It should just started.
You're definitely playing
right?
politics right now. I can see it already.
Listen, man, this is what you got to do to get ahead in this world. You know that.
Yeah, it's a sad world we live in, bro. Very sad world we live in.
Chat, you asked for it. You got it. Marz is top left today. You guys were complaining about Dub last episode being top left without Shaq. So here's
What's wrong with me?
Marz.
Marz deserves over that Steph and Kobe thing, bro. You got it, bro.
Hold on. Let's not even bring that back up. When something's dead, you got to just leave it in this casket 6 feet under the ground. Let's not dig that back up.
I'm not digging it back up.
Thank you.
We got Dell joining us soon. If you're in the Discord, you already know this, hopefully. But we're going to do same thing as last episode at the top of the show. And probably when Dell gets here, we'll start it. But make sure you're in the Discord. There's the Watch Party voice channel. If you want to come up and ask a question today live on the show, make sure you're waiting in that Watch Party room. I'll pull you into the Player's Choice voice channel, and you'll be able to ask any questions. If you want to praise any of the panelists, you can do that. You literally come up and do almost anything.
Almost anything.
Almost anything.
Especially if it involves and includes liking this podcast. So please get those likes up.
Yes.
We're gonna do that later on. We'll have like 100 people, and if it's not at 100 likes, we're gonna have some problems.
Dub's gonna strike the hammer down. Speaking of Discord, 920 of you casuals in the Discord. We're almost at 1,000. 1,000 people. I can't imagine what the Discord's gonna look like with 1,000 of you guys going back and forth.
What are we gonna do?
24/7. Good question. We should set something.
Are we going to
up.
celebrate it? Or I mean, the way the Discord is moving, we might as well wait until it's like, you know, getting to 2,500 or something like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
2,500 is for sure gonna be something like a time to celebrate.
Discord
I got a bottle of champagne for it.
Depending on what day it is, I'll be ready. But
don't act like you need a special day for you to
no, because I'm not. I've been on a little. I don't celebrate Ramadan, but I've been on a little fast with alcohol recently.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm on a cleanse too, man. Till the end of the month. No greenery. No greenery, no alcohol. Yeah,
bro, listen.
I'm proud of y'all.
When you go to the doctors, right? When you go to the doctors and you sit here and they ask you if you drink, and you say, "Yeah, I drink every like 2 or 3 days." Within your head, it's like, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. So let me calm that down. Let me calm that down a little bit. You feel me? I want to be an alcoholic.
Oh, shit. Today is 420.
Yeah.
Y'all are right. Man, they called me out on it. Damn it, bro.
Happy 420. I don't do that no more, but
Happy 420,
happy 420,
to
bro.
celebrate.
I guess I have to relapse today.
I want to shout out last episode's top chatters live on the YouTube. We had Gutta Boys. Oh, man. Noso Obang. Bro, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. A Sturdy, J. Rodriguez, Garp, Gideon, GK, Jamal Balls, 45, JM Simple, Carlos Mendoza Jr. Thank you guys for participating in last live show. You guys were the top chatters last show.
Jamal Balls.
We got a super chat already. We got Travis Lindsay. Travis Lindsay's been a loyalist for a long time. Travis Lindsay donated through the super chat.
Travis.
He said, who does Cat play like, or who is he in the past?
A loser.
Yo.
Let's not do that.
I
Marz.
almost spit my water out, bro. What?
He plays like a loser.
Who does he play like?
I don't know.
I think that's the crazy thing about the bigs that's coming up now. It's like is really becoming their own type of archetype.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's not like it's hard to compare somebody from the past. Like the only one in my mind is maybe Sabonis. Sabonis is pops.
I got somebody for him, for better or for worse, and maybe it's because they might kind of look alike, but I must say Rasheed. They both shoot threes. They're both
Rasheed played
close to 7
defense.
footers.
Yeah, Rasheed played defense.
I mean, yeah, he does.
Rasheed was a little bit more of a dog. And I don't mean that in the sense of like, is he a loser? Is he not a loser? I mean, like, just a little bit more into the defenders and like, get like aggressive with it, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you know, just by the way Rasheed talked to the rest that he was about that life. But furthermore, though, Rasheed's one of the better players that we never talk about. I don't think Rasheed gets quite the props that he deserves.
We definitely have not talked about Rasheed Wallace. He was honestly one of my favorite players, and I think it was because I always had was drawn to players like that who just like play with passion all the time. And I mean, I don't know if you call it passion or aggression. I don't know, but I loved Rasheed Wallace.
I just think like Rasheed Wallace, even guys like Reggie Miller and Kyrie too, I think when it comes to like the trash talking and stuff like that, there's a certain group of guys that don't do it to get under somebody else's skin, but they do it so they can like, hype themselves up.
Like
and
Kevin Garnett.
Kyrie is definitely one of those guys.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Garnett was his own
Kevin Garnett
man.
is one of those, I think. Yeah, for sure.
Nah, I think it's both ways with Kevin Garnett. Like he's trying to hype himself up, but also he even said
he's trying to piss somebody off.
He's not even trying to piss you off. He's trying to throw you off your game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like me, when I'm on the court, if I'm talking shit to you, I'm talking shit to you to like fuck with your head. Strictly just to be like, just to make you not focus on the game and be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, why would you say that to me? I'll just say some random shit to somebody just so they'll be like, yo, we're playing basketball. Why are you talking about?
I talk crap when somebody pisses me off. That's the only time I talk crap. When they say something that got me mad, and then I'm gonna start talking my talk. Because you're not gonna talk my whole thing, you're not gonna talk trash to me, and I'm not gonna say nothing back. You feel me?
Yeah, I wouldn't start trash talk. But
yeah,
if someone started it,
I was never talking. I was more so talking to the crowd, I think. You know what I'm saying?
I was always chirping.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was always chirping. Well, I was always chirping when they started it. So I would say ridiculous stuff. Like I would hit a three, and then I'd be like, "You better switch defenders." Like this guy can't guard me. Like so stupid because literally everyone could guard me. So it wasn't
like off of a kick out, nobody's there.
Exactly. I'm like, get this guy a sub, please get him out of here.
Hey, that's the best thing is when you're not talking shit directly to somebody, but you're like talking to your teammate, like, oh, he's guarding you. Oh, cook his ass.
Yeah, right. Dog. I hate those players. It's like, dog, don't talk at all, man. You're not talking to nobody, bro.
That's me 1,000%. Just out there just saying
nah.
My favorite mismatch.
That starts fights right there.
Mismatch, or he a little boy.
Yep. My favorite is
be like, oh, Marz, Dub's guarding you. Kill him.
Or exactly. When somebody is talking for somebody else, like, oh, that's 1-4 flat. ISO. You know what I mean?
That pisses me off, and then when they don't score me, I'm like, "Yo, shut up." That's why I tell the other dude.
I love getting a bucket and then running down and talking to their coach. That was my favorite. Like, hey, I think this guy's tired, coach. One of the nastiest things I ever did. This is so bad, but I think it was in high school. I was under the basket trying to get a rebound, and this dude fell, and then we ended up getting the bucket. So to try and prevent him from getting back on defense, I just laid down on him, like pretending I fell down and just laid on top of him. That was stupid.
Yeah, that stuff right there will be remembered for the rest of the game. So
right.
I never want to put myself out there because I know I used to get taken out the air. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like guys slide in, try to take that fake charge and just I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was bad. I wasn't thinking.
Euro, you had bounce.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Oh,
shit. That's the only thing I had, really.
Okay.
I was just like, for lack of a better term, superior athletes. And so like I never worked out. I never worked on my game. I was just always able to out rebound somebody because I jumped higher. I was faster than everybody.
Yeah.
And
you're 6'8", right?
You're
6'8", 6'9"?
Yeah. And so when I shattered my ankle into 3 places, off of a Euro step,
Oh.
trying to dunk on somebody. That was my career. You know what I'm saying? That was done. That was my sophomore year, my second year pro, and that was it, man. So yeah.
We got another super
Get
chat.
those fundamentals right. You know what I mean? If you want to have a long career.
For real. Like you guys are gonna only be athletic until you're not athletic anymore, and then if you don't have nothing else to fall back on, bro, you're done. We see it happen every year with NBA players. I hate to say it, my guy, Russ, he's not what he was in OKC. So it's kind of like we're seeing a whole different guy. Now imagine if Russ really could shoot 40% from three, it wouldn't even be an issue.
Those late
Ron,
20s
you
and
making
30s.
a heel turn? You're doing a heel turn on Russ? That's what I'm hearing.
That was a minor walk back. Just a minor walk back.
That's not a walk back. That's a heel turn, bro.
You strap the Heelys on?
With him?
Nah. Trust me, I got Russ takes for the summer, but I'm gonna save him for the summer though.
Joseph Weaver donated through the super chat. He said, thoughts on Trey not being a finalist for MVP, but Jokic may win another and get bounced in the first round. And is Jokic MVP more overrated than Nash? I don't think that's even close, but
I would have to go back. I mean, anytime anybody wins an MVP over Shaquille O'Neal, in my opinion, back to back, that's a little, skeptical right there. I'm a little skeptical with that. But Jokic, if he wins, I guess we're gonna have to revisit that. It would be nasty, though. I will say that.
Wait. Why would it be nasty?
I said it would be nasty
if Jokic wins.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: like getting bounced out in the first round, it really shouldn't matter because it's regular season MVP and not including the playoffs. But when do the votes get in though? Like there, you have no choice. But if they submit the votes like now, they like the people, the voters, they have no choice but to include that, even if they don't want to.
That'll be stupid if they include it because MVP's always been a regular season thing.
The voting was submitted like a week ago. Like the voting was done like a week ago. So the playoffs wasn't. Yeah. I don't think Nash's MVPs were overrated though. I don't like that. And I wouldn't have given it to Jokic, but I see why he's gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta backtrack to the defensive player of the year joint too, because obviously I said that a big is gonna win it, and then Marcus Smart came out. So congrats to him, man. Well deserved.
Congrats. I hate this voting system because it's like every year they change it up. It makes no sense to me because before Steve Nash won it because team record, best player on the team, and he had a good stats to go with it. Now I just feel as if it's shifting because, I mean, I'll say Giannis could have won 4 straight MVPs.
Yeah,
team record,
but they can't do that.
It's voters fatigue, and that's what I don't like. I don't like when you don't apply the same energy to everything, and that's what they're not.
But in that case, LeBron should have gotten hella MVPs back to back. Who else? Michael Jordan definitely should have got crazy MVPs back to back. So
he should have.
Wayne
but they don't keep the same energy, which gets me really pissed off about this. Honestly, I wouldn't say it's overrated though for Jokic to get back to back MVPs. I think he deserves it.
Wayne Go Crazy with the super chat said Jimmy Buckets DeFrozen still better. DeFrozen is heat.
Good heat. That's good. Yeah. I want to hear this. All this. And I want Ron to get up in here. I wish Shaq was here so he could get up in here. And you just talk to me.
Yeah, hold on, man. What did you say? Why did you come at me in the group chat, bro? Like I said something against Jimmy.
You was the same guy that told me that you don't believe in the Miami Heat, bro.
I don't.
You see? That's why
who are you playing right now?
Bro, we playing Atlanta.
Y'all playing?
Bro, we like that, bro.
Okay.
Like that though. The Warriors is facing the Nuggets. The Warriors is facing Nuggets.
We're facing an MVP. We're facing MVP.
Get out of here, bro. Stop it.
We're facing MVP.
The Nuggets. The Nuggets ain't like that, bro. You know the Nuggets
we're playing an MVP.
the Nuggets are more like that than the Hawks.
That's a fact.
The Hawks is top 3 worst team in the league on the road. So what did you expect from the 1-seeded team?
Listen, to be honest, with this whole, and honestly,
this is what I mean. Hold on, this is what I mean by overhyping. Why are you so happy about what Jimmy did against the Hawks, bro?
Listen. All right,
that's overhyping. Y'all supposed to do that. He's supposed to eat them up.
If I'm gonna be real and not really be biased and everything, like you said, bro, I didn't really expect the Hawks to win this series. I thought it would be good back and forth, and I think they could probably still get a game on the road. I mean, game at home and everything with the Hawks. But I mean, y'all gotta start looking at Jimmy differently, bro. Maybe not you, Euro, but I'm saying the NBA fans that sat here and said that Jimmy's not like that he won't be able to sustain in the postseason. Da 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 da. This is more directed at them, because at the end of the day, y'all was wrong. Especially whoever said DeMar better than Jimmy Butler.
In the moment, but I mean the series ain't over, so there's no right or wrong. You just gotta wait it out.
Jimmy Butler's better than DeMar DeRozan. Whoever said that DeMar was better was wrong.
He was playing better during the season.
I don't care about that. Y'all know I don't care about that.
Okay.
Hello, Dell.
Okay.
Hey, and it is it's that point in the season where everybody who was saying I don't care about the regular season, this is where shit starts mattering. So
DeMar DeRozan is a better basketball player than Jimmy Butler.
Come on, no, that's what you said. You said that.
I was a part of that. Yeah.
Wow, bro. Wow.
I think everybody was a part of that.
I'm still a part of.
I don't think so.
A part of playing basketball.
I just don't see how DeMar DeRozan is better at playing basketball than Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Please tell me how.
Makes tough mid-range shots.
Tell me how.
Tell you how what?
Just tell me how he's better.
Oh, to me, he's a better basketball player. That's it. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to. I just think he's better. Yeah, I just think he's better.
I think Jimmy's better than.
That's fine. Jimmy's not a bad basketball player at all. I think it's not as. I think Jimmy come on and have 45 points, and then you saying all the stuff you're saying. What if they lose the next 4 games in a row? Then what happens? Let me ask you a question. It's not, but let me just ask you a question. If Jimmy Butler them lose 4 games in a row, they lose to the Raptors 4-2, and DeMar DeRozan beat Milwaukee, who's a better basketball player to you?
That would be tough.
The fact that you have to think is why I don't have the conversation and tell you who's better.
Why?
Jimmy Butler should still be a better basketball player to you, even if they lose.
One series shouldn't change your mind.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying.
The fact that you're
that's still
thinking
tough
is,
because I always said that DeMar DeRozan and Jimmy Butler, in terms of the talent level, I think is real neck and neck with each other. That's why I'm thinking about it, because I always said that when we're talking about Paul George, Jimmy, and DeMar DeRozan, those guys is right neck and neck with each other in my mind.
What? I think Paul George is way better than both of them.
We're not getting into that one right there. But that's what I'm saying. That's always been a debate with my mind. So yes, when I have guys whose talent level is close to my eyes, I need to use the playoffs as a separator. You have to, because it's just that close and neck with each other.
Oh, see, I don't feel like that. I think your basketball skills is your basketball skills. Of course, stuff happens. You win or lose games, no matter the fact. But your basketball skills he still play the same in terms of the way he play basketball. If their team wins or lose, so I wouldn't say one is better than the other based on their team losing. I've always been that way, though.
I hear you.
I don't agree. We got some more super chats, and then we're gonna bring some people in for Q&A. But first of all, Dell, congratulations again. Bring your baby boy into the world.
Congrats.
Here soon.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Cat's out the bag.
Fire.
Travis.
In fact, I can see JD and not Tim. It's like I was like, who's this? I was like, who's this guest?
We got since Shaq isn't here, we got a little workaround. But Travis Lindsay with another super chat. Suns are 1-1 with the Pelicans. So what are you saying, Euro?
About what?
Going back to, I don't even know. It was 4 minutes ago. I don't remember what
Book was out, wasn't
he? Yeah, he missed the second half. Well, he played a bit in the third.
And he was cooking. 31 in the first. I think the Suns are good enough to win without Book when it comes to the Pelicans, but any game where your main guy goes off a 30 plus in the first half and then having to readjust from that, I think that's a little bit tougher. And so, they can have one. That's cool.
Taz donated.
If they want to celebrate like the Timberwolves, I'm not going to hate.
Taz donated for the one game. Taz donated to the super chat, said, what's all y'all's top 10 all time, including JD? I don't know that I even have my list ready for me, but that's something that I might have to throw in the Discord or something for y'all. I think we've all given our top 10 somewhere throughout the show, but we'll figure out a way to get that to you. Thank you for the super chat, Taz. Caveman, Heat about to get zapped by Philly next round. Deacon Dub about to be Henny Dubbed through the off season. He's already Henny Dubbed. All right, let's.
I think that series is definitely going to be a good series. I'm very excited for that. I still think Miami could win that definitely, but I think that'll be a good one. We'll have to see.
All right,
you gonna be mad when the Heat get bounced? You gonna miss a couple episodes?
No.
If the Mavs lose, I might miss for the next month. Let's start bringing in some people for Q&A. Dame, since you fumbled last time, we'll bring you in first. Got you. Hello, Dame.
You're not gonna tell everybody what happened when you found out Jimmy scored 45 last night on Gridiron?
Oh, bro, last night, if you watched Gridiron last night, I started going crazy, bro.
We're
crazy.
in the middle of a segment. Dub says, hold on. Everybody, hold up. I got something to say.
Oh, my God.
I fucking told you guys. I'm moderating. Dub, like, I fucking told you guys. Yo, keep in mind, we have a guest. She's an NFL analyst. So she's on there spitting her facts and everything. Dub just cuts me and her off and just starts going on a Jimmy Butler tangent. And I'm just like, JD, I feel what you're going through.
I told y'all, bro. He's like that. I'm glad he showed y'all he's like that.
Dame, what's up, bro?
I don't think no one don't like Jimmy Butler though. So
it's not you guys. It's not you guys. It's the guys who watch the show and everything saying Jimmy's not like that. It's not you guys. It's all the people who watch the show.
Hello, Dame. Welcome back. Can you hear me, Dame?
Yeah. Thank you.
You got a question?
Yeah. What's good, y'all? I don't know if it's beating a dead horse, but I really am curious after listening to last episode just now. So we have like how we rank the scorers. It's different. How do y'all think Kobe would rank in today's league as a scorer? Not a player, as a scorer.
Marz, would you like to
start?
Top
5, top 10? Where are we going there?
Kick it off, Marz.
Right now, probably top 3, probably.
Who's ahead of him?
Right, who's ahead of him?
I'd have KD over him, and I'd have probably Giannis over him.
Why not Steph?
Because Steph right now, if we're going right now, this is not his best scoring season. But if it was everyone in their prime, I'd have Steph over him. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Would I? I don't know. It'll be close.
You did last
I don't think
episode.
Giannis will ever.
No. Would you have Kobe over him in his prime?
Kobe over who?
Over who we're talking about? Because you just said you don't know if you'll have Steph over him in his prime. Would you have Kobe over him in his prime?
I thought you did say you had Steph over him.
He did.
As a player, we're talking about scoring.
You said Steph was a better scorer than Kobe.
I said he was a more efficient scorer.
So which one is it? I thought you like efficiency.
What?
So
I do like efficiency.
I don't want to get into this because it's gonna last an hour.
I've never said I don't.
Do it.
I've never said I don't like
I'm here for it.
I'm so confused now because I know you like efficiency and everything. So
yes,
Steph's
they're separated by literally one spot on my scoring list. It goes either way for me. I'm not gonna.
So what's the separator though? But what's the separator? That's what I'm asking.
And Embiid has to be above him because you just said that.
Embiid right now, yeah, you can say Embiid's above Steph as a scorer. I don't think Steph would be in my top 3 right now in terms of scoring.
No, I'm talking about prime.
No, then you've lost me. Embiid is not close to Steph as a scorer in his prime.
Confused.
But when you say the prime, what are you just basing it on the numbers and the efficiency of that's the part I don't
what do you
get.
mean? I mean, at his best, Steph
average scoring the basketball.
Well, Steph's best years were his best scoring years. They were the same thing, but at his best, Steph was a better scorer than Embiid. I don't think that's really close.
No, but this is what do you like? What is your reason for saying that? Because I've heard a lot of numbers but I'm confused about them just scoring the basketball.
Watching Steph play, the numbers backing up what I'm seeing with how Steph plays, and then the fact that he was scoring 30 a game and he was playing like 34 minutes. Like the numbers are crazy for Steph. And I don't think Embiid is close to that.
Well, I don't think nobody's.
But why don't you base the scoring of Steph scoring 30 to 30 in the minutes based on the success of the team you're on and how much better of a team? Like
if you're with better players, usually your points go down.
No. You're saying that the minutes thing. The minutes thing, like he was on a 72, 73 and 9 team. They was punching people. You know what I'm saying?
Because
that system,
of him,
of course. Well, because of the team. I don't think it's just him, of course, because of Klay Thompson, because of
He's
Draymond.
He's the main piece of that.
Yeah, but don't say just because of him. Like that's
yeah. But when we say
like,
because of him, it's because he's the main component of a team's success.
So if the team was okay, so put it this way: if the team wasn't there, would you still consider Steph Curry a better scorer than Joel Embiid? Because you won't be able to use 30 in 34 minutes or the same efficiency or the same.
I saw Steph scoring last year with a team that wasn't good, and the volume was even higher. The efficiency was just as high. So I've seen Steph without a great team, and the scoring was still better than whatever Joel Embiid does.
Yo, because I got it pulled up right now.
You're averaging.
Steph scored 32 points last year on 48%, 48.2%. Joel Embiid scored 30 points this year on 49%. So I don't understand like what you're throwing the efficiency around there like it's a huge.
I like the numbers. The numbers ain't a problem with me, but I don't like. I think Kobe would be like a top scorer in the league, like maybe one, bro. Just the way it's scoring the basketball, like even. But you base it on if this person is 48% shooting, is a better scorer than a person, let's say Kobe, who was a 45 career shooter. I can't understand that because the facets of him missing shot it's not about the effect of the score. It's like going to the team he played with, the percentage based on him just hoisting shots of Kobe being Kobe. If Kobe played on a team with a free flowing system of, let's say the Warriors, I think his efficiency goes up. I think he has more points, and that's all impactful. When you separate the player, you separate Kobe Bryant from a team, Steph Curry from a team, and scoring the basketball. I think it's a no-brainer that Kobe in his peak or not, like he will always be a better scorer than Steph Curry, always. And scoring the basketball.
You like guys who can score from all three levels. They're versatile. Defense isn't going to bother them. They're making the shot whether or not they're being contested or not. I see why you prefer Kobe. But
so
Giannis'
peak is a better scorer than Steph Curry? Based on the dominance and the percentage?
No.
How come? It should be though. No.
Why should it be?
Well, because how you make it Kobe versus Shaq, and Shaq going to the free throw line, that Shaq dominant in the paint, Shaq 68%. Shouldn't that be more easier to get a bucket than going with Steph Curry shooting the three?
Steph's more efficient than Giannis.
Yeah, percentage-wise? Marz,
yeah,
do you think you can win?
His true shooting is higher than Giannis. Like,
but why? But for threes and free throws.
Okay, yeah, because if you're taking,
but this is my first time. This is my first time ever. This is my first time ever hearing you saying the word true shooting.
When I say efficiency, I'm never talking about field goal percentage. Like every time I say efficiency, field goal percentage.
So why didn't you use your true shooting with Shaq and Kobe?
I was.
Whose true shooting was higher?
Shaq. When I say efficiency, I was talking about true shooting. Shaq's was higher.
Oh, okay.
I've never been talking about field goal percentage.
All right, let's get another question up here. Thank you, Dame.
No problem.
All right, CB, let's get you in here, brother. CB, yo, can you hear me? CB. I'm probably catching some people off guard. They've been sitting in there for a little bit. What's up, CB?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I got a question.
Go ahead.
What do y'all think the ceiling for the Pelicans will be with Zion's a healthy Zion?
Good question. Who wants to answer?
I could see them next year. I could see them going to like the second round, maybe. But I think that's about it for them. Depends on the first round matchup. If they get Utah or something, I could see them going to the second round.
Zion doesn't want to be there, so I don't think. Yeah, so I this is a hard. I was watching some of the game last night. I think this is a hard take, and him being there, do it take away from CJ and BI? Who's BI is like. BI's a very good player, and when season the way he's playing, he'll just get more comfortable in his body. And as it may seem right now, like you guys always tell me, the valuable of just being the court, he just seems more valuable. I think BI and CJ is good enough. With Zion, I don't even know how the offense would run with him with a dynamo like a CJ McCollum, and who's BI's coming in to be. So that's a hard for me to even think about it, because Zion was killing last year, I believe, but I don't think they had a guard like CJ on the squad. I don't know who the guard was last year, so I don't know. To be honest, I think they might be worse.
It was Lonzo.
I think they might be. It was who? Lonzo. I think they might. Yeah, I think they might be worse. That's me personally. I think they might be worse, actually.
I don't know about worse. I think they could make it work. I think they have decent coaching too, but I just don't think that Zion wants to be there at all, man. So he's going to be out of there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think a small ball lineup will work.
It's like, not about
use Zion in like a Draymond, not a Draymond. I wouldn't say a Draymond role because Draymond's a way better passer, but I would say I'm pretty sure Zion, like when fully healthy, he's a decent defender. Like
who Zion is?
I've never seen that decent defender except for in college.
I saw it in college.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they'll be worse. I'll just go with worse because they're surprising me so much, and I just feel they're the way that I always say if a team is like you build chemistry and continuity, and then plugging Zion back in with I don't know. I'm not a fan of. I've never been a fan of Zion, to be honest, but I just think I think they'll be worse.
Yo, CB, thank you.
I'm actually the opposite, bro. I'm a big fan of Zion. He averaged 27 last year. And, bro, I think if you put him on this team, I think they become 2 times more dynamic, and I think you can't guard him, especially with a player like CJ McCollum who can get in the paint whenever he wants to. Imagine CJ driving into the paint. You have to help off Zion, and he just throws it up to the rim all day or dumps it down to Zion. It's dunk after dunk after dunk. Imagine the way their fast breaks go up. Imagine Zion on the offensive glass and just trying to stop that with CJ and what Brandon Ingram's doing right now. Because I don't think Zion necessarily takes away from what those 2 do. Zion's not out there trying to dribble the ball. Zion's not out there.
He is, though. At the end of last season, they put the ball in Zion's hand.
No, they did 1,000%. But with CJ McCollum there, I think CJ's gonna
So, but you think Zion wants Zion wants the ball out of his hands now in his younger years than to CJ McCollum?
But the thing about Zion and CJ is kind of like the James and Joel. You guys can run a pick and roll together and play off of each other. So that's the thing about Zion.
I don't think Zion is a type of offensive player Joel is in that sense.
Not like that. Yeah. But I'm saying just like they can run a pick and roll, a pick and pop.
Yeah.
No, I mean I don't know about pick and pop. Well, definitely pick and roll.
You know they can run an offense together, and on top of that, Zion moves amazing without the ball. So
he does.
I think Zion finds a way to eat and still average 20 alongside those guys. And I think like, bro, Zion's just a fucking problem. Just no ifs, ands, or buts. When he's healthy, he's an issue. So I just see him making them a lot more better.
Hey, Ron.
What's up?
I see the same.
Good take. Thank you, CV. Thank you for tapping in, brother.
For sure. Love y'all guys.
Yes, sir. Let's
love.
Let's
Marz, can I ask you something? Because I think this is important. So I'm looking at the true shooting percentages in the league, right? And Jokic, I mean, you got Rudy, Jared Allen, Montrezl Harrell, Zubac, and they're in the top 5. Jokic is number 6. It's higher than Giannis, KD, LeBron, and Steph. Is he a better scorer than those guys?
Jokic is in my top 3 scorers right now.
He's better than KD and Steph.
No, KD is number 1. Giannis is number 2. Jokic is number 3.
So Jokic is a better scorer than Stephen Curry.
This season, he's been a better scorer.
Based off of true shooting, right?
Based off the fact he's scoring more than Steph, and he's doing it more efficiently than Steph this year.
I don't think and this is where we disagree. This is why I can't base things off of stats, because I don't think the scoring that Stephen Curry was doing last year.
But I'm talking about this year.
I don't care about this year. I don't think that's.
Well, then why did you ask me? Why did you
I'm telling you. In my opinion, I don't see how the talent gap goes that far drastic at it. In 1 year, Steph's a better scorer than Jokic, and the next year is not. I don't think it works like that.
I never said Jokic is a better scorer than Steph. I said he's been a better scorer this year. That's 2 different things.
Asked you. I said if Jokic is a better scorer. You said yes this season.
He's been a better scorer.
I don't care if it's this season, last season. I don't care what the numbers say.
Overall, Steph Curry is a better scorer than Jokic. Yeah, because I have Steph in my top 10 in time as a scorer.
Dub really wanted to win something. All right, let's get Cammy in here. Oh my God, Cammy.
This is going to be about Trae Young.
This is going to be either him trying to push for a Discord mod, or some nasty.
I'm looking percentage right now because I don't understand true shooting like that.
It's the field goals and the free throws is added on to it, and
okay.
And isn't the threes rated higher in this?
That's the thing. Free throws doesn't make you a better scorer because
use effective field goal percentage and same thing.
Throws that doesn't make you a more elite scorer.
I mean,
so Giannis right now for
the. You get a point?
Well, Karl Anthony Towns is at 64%. Giannis is at 63%. So if they average the same points, you'll say Cat is the better scorer.
If his team, if it was impactful scoring, he'd have an argument. Yeah.
Now you're measuring it to the team success
because
it's how.
No, I said impactful. But yeah.
Okay, Giannis and KD is tied. LeBron is at 61.9 true shooting. You're not counting that because his team lost.
No, it counts. It counts. He's just not in the top 3 for me. It counts. Like he's still in like the top 10.
But Steph this year is higher than Jokic.
Yeah, Steph's at 6. No, Steph is not higher than Jokic.
No, he's not.
Well, I'm looking. It says 61.2. Unless this is wrong. This is say 2022.
Steph's at 60 last I checked, and Jokic is at like higher than that.
Oh, okay. That was Seth Curry. I'm sorry. Oh, right. Kyrie's at 60%. Steph's at 60. And so all of these are higher because of their count, because their team's winning, basically.
No, it doesn't. It's not that it doesn't count, or it doesn't count because the team's losing. But if your points are less impactful than someone else who's scoring similar amounts, I'm going to take.
How do you measure?
Oh, moving on. Let's get a new question.
You're just going to say you don't like stats, so I'm not going to say.
I'm asking you. No, I'm trying to understand.
Stats that measure impact.
No, like what is that?
Well, we could be on. We will
JD,
be stuck on this
I think we got to understand this because this makes
because I'm confused.
I grow hair when talking about this, and I love being bald. I get it. So I just want to understand, because we trying to understand Marz and this true shooting percentage or whatever the case may be. I don't. If you shouldn't base a scorer. I forget it.
I shouldn't base a scorer on their efficiency scoring the ball.
No. You should base on whatever you want. I'm sorry, JD.
You're good.
Yeah, I can't.
My only thing with the true shooting, like I was saying, is, bro, you can't factor in free throws into how good of a scorer you actually are.
Okay, I mean, we are with James Harden. Then you use effective field goal percentage. It's the same thing, just no free throws. It's still better than field goal percentage.
Wait, if somebody is, let's say Steph Curry shot, let's say 5 for 20 from the field, but it was like 5 threes. Like 5 for 5 from 3. What's his EFG then?
15 points on 20 shots.
No, but also Dub, wait, and then that same game he goes 20 for 20 from the line. Don't forget that.
20. Let's say 8 for 8. 8 for 8 from the line as well. What's the EFG? Because I'm sorry.
Gonna have to. I can't do
that. In my opinion, if the stats sit here and say that's a good game, I don't care what you say. 5 for 20 is a bad game.
Okay.
Sorry, Cammy, I can't get control on this. We lost him. Bringing in someone new. Rated R, what's good, bro? You guys are nasty.
His true shooting percentage would be 49%, which is bad.
Okay.
Yo, can you hear me?
It's bad for a guard.
It's bad for a player.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up?
What's the threshold?
The league average is about 54, 55.
They're still going on.
We still can't hear him though. We're not hearing Rated R.
No, he's here.
Did he say something?
Yeah.
I'm here. What's up, y'all?
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
It's good.
All right, so I'm about to be nasty. I'm sorry.
Get it off.
We're already. I love it.
It's a perfect platform for it.
So I know you guys don't like man-made accolades and stuff. So
no, we that's Shaq. Although that's Shaq. Just one guy. I'm fine with MVPs and stuff like that.
Okay, so if and when Jordan Poole lifts up that Finals MVP trophy, Steph's looking a little shaky to me because if he's in y'all top 10, I don't know if he can be top 10. He's going to be the only one in the top 10 without a Finals MVP. It's looking suspect. What do y'all think?
You see, I can't.
You're talking about Steph if he doesn't win Finals MVP.
Well, Marz, I want to see what you have to say to this, and then I'll go after.
I've never cared about, I'm kind of with Shaq. I don't care about accolades that I see Kendrick Perkins has a vote for. I'm not gonna put that in stock in terms of how high you rank. I mean, Finals MVP. I think everyone knows Steph was the best player on the Warriors in the 2015 Finals. He didn't win Finals MVP.
Very true.
You can say what you want about the KD Finals. Steph played very well. I'm not going to say he was the Finals MVP. Steph was great. So
he was
never underperformed in a final series that he won. So to me, I'm not going to hold against him that he doesn't win a Finals MVP.
because I feel the same way about the Finals MVP and stuff like that. So if Jordan Poole win it, cool. Then you have to think, if Steph Curry didn't play, would the Warriors still be in the Finals? Yes or no?
That's an amazing point.
Nowhere close.
See, so if Jordan Poole don't play, they still have a chance with Steph there to be in the Finals and find a piece to not that dynamic as Poole, but they still find a chance to be in the Finals. So them group of games, if you win the championship 4 or 5 games, you're benefit from the fact of Steph Curry. So it's fine, but I don't put no bonuses on it at all.
Y'all know I gotta kick back on that though, because I'm like, for as great as Steph is, we don't hold no type of, like, I don't want to say grudge, but we don't.
But this is the thing, though. Other than the one that they stole from him and gave to Andre Iguodala, which one would you hold a grudge on? He lost with Kevin Durant playing out of his world, and he's playing good back to back. And the second year, I thought it was either or, but Steph had one bad game. KD had that. Yeah, KD had that 45 or whatever, and then KD closed them out with a triple-double. So then it's like...
KD was going crazy.
Yeah, so then it was like...
I'm going to tell you which one. And this is extremely hypothetical, but this is the question we're answering. It will be the Jordan Poole one.
I mean, as long as a Golden State player wins Finals MVP, right. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say Steph cooks and averages 26, but Jordan Poole's averaging 30, shooting, whatever the case may be. What are we looking at Steph crazy for? He still had a great, like, I'm confused. He doesn't view it the same because he averaged 25, 5, and 5 in the first Finals. And they gave it to Andre Iguodala because he played good defense on LeBron, and LeBron averaged 40.
That's extremely nasty.
Go ahead, Radar.
Like, I'm confused.
Go ahead.
So like, say 10, 15, 20 years down the line, we're going to know Steph played great, but like, when we look at the greats, we look at MVPs, accolades, and how they played, but like, seeing him have 4 rings with 0 Finals MVPs, that looks very weird on someone's resume.
I mean, I guess it does look weird, but who actually ever looks at the Finals MVP when we talk about great players?
I've never heard anyone hold against Kareem the fact he has 6 rings with 2 Finals MVPs. I've never heard it. If someone is holding that against him, then cool.
I mean, nobody's talking about Kareem except for Ron, so
I've never heard that. Some people consider Kareem.
So me, I don't hold Kareem like that, and then Kobe as well. Like, he wasn't. Shaq got those Finals MVPs. That's why we don't put him in like top 2 to 3 great players because of that.
2000s, like Kobe played great. Like,
and if we being real, if let's say the Lakers faced San Antonio Spurs in 2001 in the finals, Kobe would have won Finals MVP because he had a better series.
That's why it should be.
No, I get what,
in my opinion. Finals MVP it's too small a sample size.
Yeah,
like I get what he's saying. Basically, is because there had a defensive system better to stop Shaq, but not one better to stop Kobe. Shaq was dominating Rick Smith. He was dominating the Nets big man. What is like just
Todd McCullough.
Todd McCullough. Like it was just a madness. Yeah, it was just a madness.
Yeah.
So, of course, feed the animal.
Rated R, thank you for tapping in, brother. That was a good question.
Thanks, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, let's get one more. Let's bring my guy Tyson in here. Tyson, what's up, brother? He's muted. It takes a second for him to realize that they're getting pulled in. Tyson, what's up, brother? Guy, what's up, guy?
Yo,
what's up, bro? What do you got for us?
So I seen the T-Mac comments, and I wanted to know what your guys' definition of like a skillful player is, and how you guys would compare somebody's skills to another player.
I like that question. Ron, you're muted.
You want to read the full quote, JD?
Yeah, I got you. Give me a second.
T-Mac is a funny guy.
So
what did T-Mac say?
He said that KD and Kyrie are the most skilled duo of all time, more skilled than MJ and Pippen and LeBron and D-Wade.
Yep, there you go.
Oh.
Marz got it.
Oh, do y'all wait? This is gross. I gotta hear because I'm not mad at it. Basically, is what I'm trying to tell you guys.
We know.
What?
We know, Dale.
I mean, I see why he's saying it. Like you can see it. I mean, I don't agree, but you can see it.
Okay, so what do you? So Tyson, your question was, what are you looking at when you're comparing?
Yeah,
skills?
what is Dale looking at to say KD is one of the most skillful players? Like, how do you? What do you guys look at to figure out if a player is skillful?
Put it this way: if you had a video, if you had creating of let's say you're creating a know-it-all about playing basketball, right? Shooting, dribbling, dribbling one dribble. You wouldn't pick LeBron James to lead that video and you'll probably take a player like Kyrie Irving, a player like Kevin Durant, where it just looks more fluent, easy to do it, and not so in a way forced. Like that's basically so when he's saying skills, he's not looking at the numbers in terms of, oh, this person averaged this rebound, this assist as the skill. He's just talking about basketball, like skill duo, and just playing basketball. It's no numbers in this. Nothing. It's just the skill of like cone drills. There's this thing in basketball we working out with cones, like and how fluent and just how easy it looks of just
you
playing
think
the
KD
game.
looks more fluent than LeBron?
In a workout drill, if you want to go watch someone working out, 100%.
And so how do you assess that in general? This is a separate question. Like, how do you assess that in general? Like, do you go, but do you go, okay, them two combined versus the other two guys combined, or do you go one by one and you just like, they just got it over them?
It's literally just one by one. You look at KD and Kyrie as more finesse skilled basketball players, and you look at D-Wade and LeBron James as more power and athleticism. You see what I'm saying? More power and just athleticism, more.
So, but more, I mean, Jordan and Scotty are definitely the perfect combination between power and finesse, in my opinion.
I don't think Scotty is that finesse at all. Actually, I don't think Scotty has the ball handling skill as either of the two. I think he has great ball control in terms of dribbling the ball back and being the forefront of the triangle offense. But I put Scotty in terms of dribbling the basketball the same realm as let's say I put a Lamar Odom of control that facet. A Dre, like Scotty dribbles better than Draymond, but in that same breath. But just a skill of basketball skills, finishing with left hand, right hand, mid-range, one dribble, pull up left, counters, one dribble right. That skill in terms of like, I think this is what that quote meant. Nothing more or nothing less in terms of like points, rebound, assists, like that.
Right. Like, I don't know, man. I have Scotty super high on my list when it comes to, skills.
What's your reasons for that? Like, tell me the reasons why he's that high in terms of your length for skills.
To me, I think he's one of the more complete players. This is a biased take though. I don't know why I favor Scotty so much, but I just think that like Scotty just was that guy that never really got the appreciation because he had the greatest of all time as his Batman.
Let me ask
Scotty
you.
He's a lockdown defender at his size, especially. You look at the era. You know what I mean? Like he was one of the bigger wings of his era until Grant Hill came along. Right. And so, yeah, man.
Grant Hill, Grant Hill, who I view is way more skilled than Scotty as well.
I mean, evolution. I can see that. The reason why we don't talk about him though is because he never really got to live out his full potential.
Let me ask you a question here though, in terms of, and this is why when people say skill, people always they want to bring up. You don't look at defense as a skill or playmaking. When a person said a person's more skilled, I'm sorry as it may seem to the world, they're really basically just talking about offense.
I know, and that's not what I'm including.
I know you're not, but I'm just talking about the general scheme. So let's say,
if we're doing that, then I can't go with Scotty, of course.
Let's we have a game of one-on-one tournament, right? This is T-Max hole, whatever. If you play a game with just 3 dribbles, are you picking LeBron James with 3 dribbles to beat any one of those guys? This is how we go
because he got the size, of course. Because this is the argument against LeBron. This is why everybody's saying like LeBron doesn't have a bag because he can just.
Wade.
Yeah.
Right. So is why this is the fastest when they say skilled player, because in 3 dribbles, I know with 3 dribbles, Kevin Durant in a one-on-one setting, whoever I could get a solid shot with Braun too, but it will be more fluid with those guys.
Let me ask you this:
the whole total package, point, rebounds, and assists, no one comes to LeBron and all that stuff when you add in the numbers, like it's.
Let me ask you this: Do you think basketball IQ is something that you can sharpen, or is it just something that you have?
Oh,
well, I think it's based on it. You learn it through experiences
and watching.
So it's a skill.
I don't think
it's an acquired skill, right?
Yeah, I don't think no one's born with you know what I'm saying? That's why people said you have good coaches, you learn from the coaches. That's why he said some of the best point guards could become great coaches, because it's stuff you learn. It's of course it's like acquired. It's like you said, you had a great take where you put on, I think it was last episode or one I was on before, when you talked about JaVale McGee and Shaq and the Fool. How people viewed him that way, but now he's on a team with a good foundation, the Phoenix Suns. No one's still viewing him that way. He didn't just learn not to do those things. It's just who you're surrounded by and what you more could learn. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, I think it goes with that.
So, yo, Tyson, thank you for tapping in, brother.
Yep, thank you guys.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get to some more super chats. This one, I love this one. Euro Chuck Norris donated through the super chat. Said, just wanted to show some support. Love the effort you guys put in. Also, special shout out to Euro from another Euro. Joseph.
Oh, that's love.
Joseph Weaver.
Euro Chuck Norris.
Joseph Weaver donated through the super chat. Can y'all help me understand how MJ would dominate this league when nobody his size, 6'6", plays elite on both sides of the ball? I see him like 25 and 6.
I mean, Kawhi is 6'7", and he dominates both sides of the ball. So if that little difference is why MJ can't be a great defender, then okay. But I'm not going with that.
I don't understand the height argument at all as the reason why MJ can't dominate, because I mean Marz loves Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry was getting to his thing. Trae Young's getting to his thing. There's a lot. John Morant's getting to his thing. Kyrie. There's a lot of guys who's shorter than 6'6" and balling out in the league. Now, I think people are just getting so caught up in LeBron James and Giannis and Jokic and Kevin Durant and how they're all taller. But just because that's the point of where the NBA is now, doesn't mean that MJ coming to the league can't dominate the same way. It doesn't make sense to me.
So is he trying to say that MJ wouldn't dominate on defense? Because last time I checked, the defensive player of the year is
guard.
So like I don't understand what he's getting at. And like, is he trying to basically say that MJ is not going to score consistently or whatever? Because I mean, that's already been debunked. We've all basically agreed that MJ would dominate on the offensive end.
Well, it's the defensive end, and he's comparing it to the size, and he's 6'6". And how tall is Marcus Smart?
6'4".
6'4". So a 6'4" guy winning DPOY. You really think that MJ 6'6" guy with a longer frame and bigger hands could play defense?
Are you saying he could or he couldn't?
Wait, what's the question again? I'm sorry.
I'm confused by the question. I don't know, because it sounded like he was shading MJ, and then
told me to read the chat, so I was reading.
I got you. So he said, "Can y'all help me understand how MJ would dominate this league when nobody his size plays elite on both sides of the ball?"
Yeah, I mean, to Mark's point, Kawhi.
I don't understand what him playing elite on both sides of the ball has to do with him dominating.
And what does other players have to do with him? Like, you know what I mean? Just because there's nobody, quote unquote, nobody.
Right. Shouldn't it be easier for him to score then? I'm confused because no one's playing defense. Well, I don't get the question. Like he's saying he shouldn't. How could he dominate if no one his size plays on both ends?
I think he's trying to say there's no elite two-way wings, which is
I think you're right,
not true, because we've seen Kawhi, we've seen
Paul George,
even if
he's saying that, what does that have to do with Michael Jordan dominating? That means
no idea.
So it means that he don't see that much two-way players. He's gonna dominate more, or I don't know. I don't get it.
I guess he's saying MJ's overall game would be lessened. Maybe he'd be a worse defender today. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
Not sure. Yeah. Shifty Shy.
I don't think Mike ever based his game on anyone else, just but his work himself. So that's what me personally thinks. But
Shifty Shy donated through the super chat, said, "Y'all get them likes up." Thank you, Shifty Shy, for reminding the chat.
Yeah, someone told me to read a JR comment. I got a text. So I'm sorry, JD. It's about what we was talking about with the skills. I don't know. Okay. Dell is saying who's more skilled based off who looks better dribbling and shooting. I cannot take Dell serious when it comes to talking about KD. He keeps going. It's more. All Dell said it was because they look more fluid and everybody let it slide. Okay, JR, let me ask you a question because I don't know. Like, I don't know. Let's say LeBron James, because I guess you're saying Braun is better skilled than what's the name. I think people will agree that Kevin Durant is a better dribbler than LeBron James. He dribbles the basketball better. That's a skill.
Shaq, don't say that.
No, listen, I know Shaq personally, and Shaq trolls that. I think KD's a better shooter than LeBron James. I think KD's a better mid-range shooter than LeBron James. I think he gets to his spots to score better. I think he has more counters in the skill. Like I said, people base it on offense than LeBron James, and they have to break this down. If you're creating a video of how to play basketball, right? This is me. I wouldn't tell my kids or whoever to watch Bron, because some of the stuff Bron does, you can't even teach that based on his athletic abilities. But in terms of this is why people all relate to Steph Curry. It's like, yo, I could be a light-skinned dude that could shoot like that, and whatever the case may be. That's not knocking LeBron James. So if you have ways you could tell me LeBron is a more skilled, you'll bring up the numbers, which I already said. I can't argue points, rebound, assists as a skill when it comes to LeBron James, which to you, it's fine. You'll bring up the numbers. But when T-Mac said that, it was never based on numbers. It was just simple basketball.
So
if you go to the park,
you're basically saying you're stripping away
all these. If you go to the park and watch all these players play, you'll say, oh, that person is more skilled than that person. But when you put the facets of the basketball game and the numbers, and you say, oh, Bron does more on the basketball court than KD, and I would never argue that. But KD is still more skilled than Bron, but LeBron James does more on the basketball court.
So you're basically saying that you're stripping away, in order to assess that, you're stripping away the God-given attributes. Yeah. He stripped away the numbers and looked at just basketball skills. But on the basketball, it's what you're saying, because if LeBron isn't big. But what you're saying is, like, if LeBron wasn't big like that, he wouldn't be as skilled as. And so,
if LeBron wasn't at 6'8",
so let me ask you this then: how much would KD be getting off? How much would KD be getting off?
He'd still be skillful though. That's my point.
How skillful would he be? Because he wouldn't be able to get off half the stuff that he's getting off now.
You're bringing up the numbers. I never brought up the numbers. Fine, he could average 15 points. He still would be more skillful player. You see what I'm saying?
So you're saying somebody who averages 4 minutes in the league can be the most skilled in the league, and we just don't know because we don't see him like he doesn't have enough team time.
So you don't think a person could be skilled?
No, I'm asking.
It's like, I think Mike James could be one of the most skillful players, and he's not even in the NBA.
Yeah,
skill isn't like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay,
I'm
with you.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. KD could be 6'4", but he still be a more skilled basketball player in terms of the skills he possesses than a LeBron James.
So how does complete game get into it? Because I like the Mike James take, because I'm a huge Mike James fan, but he's lacking on the defensive end.
We're not Mike James fans today.
Definitely not.
Oh yeah,
for about a week.
Yeah, I'm not. That's why I said this also, that it's when they talking these stuff, they're not bringing defense into it. They're not. It's when T-Mac sat there and say, I look at Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant as the best duo skillfully. He's not thinking about defense in this. It's not. So I'm not going to argue the defense. It's sad and it's unfair, but it's definitely offense.
He didn't. But does being more skilled make you a better player in your eyes? Like, is the more skilled?
No. All I'm saying, this is for the question of T-Mac, why he said that. This is why I'm saying, because I think KD is more skilled than Mike. I think Mike is a better basketball player. Okay. I think Kyrie is one of the most skillful guard ever, and I don't have him over Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm just when they put the word skillful, it's literally just basketball, analyzing basketball play and the skill a person has, and that's it. It's not about the numbers or whatever the case may be. It's not about that. Yeah, it's just skill, like a basketball skill, and that's it. It's not for people to, like JR, to get mad that LeBron have so much dimes and rebounds and people are not saying he's skillful. Bron impact and his pressure on the basketball game is more impactful than a Kevin Durant. But the skill, I think Bron would probably sit there and say, I go in the gym, I think he's more skillful than me.
I think that's why a lot of people are getting so angry at this topic, because they're trying to say you saying somebody's more skilled than somebody automatically means that
he's better. Right. That's not what I'm saying.
It's not.
But that's what I was asking. Like, somebody that, averages 4 minutes and is riding the bench in the playoffs could be the most skilled player in the league. And let me ask you a
question. Let me ask you a question. Someone came in and talked about Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole been playing like this in summer league. Same type of game, just more fluent. Now he's doing it on a level. Like, You don't think people are looking at Jordan Poole like, damn, he's skilled. He could dribble the ball. He could shoot. He create his own shot. You see what I'm saying? He could create and do all this
I'm with
stuff.
you. I understand what you're saying.
So it's just it's skilled and opportunity and time to prove yourself. But it's dudes on the league that got hella skilled. Like, it's just, like you said, opportunity.
Fire. Let's get through these super chats and then let's talk about the playoffs, man. We got JTMJ. If the Hawks can get Capella back, I don't think the Hawks. If the Hawks can get Capella back, I don't think the Hawks in 7 is impossible. Very outlier game from Jimmy, and I do not see him replicating that. Mozilla donated through the super chat. MJ 2+ points more on average than the next player winning scoring titles. 28 as a rookie, challenging Bird for MVP. He would be scoring in the high 30s. Thank you, Mozilla. Thank you, JTMJ. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs. We kind of already talked about this one. Pelicans beating the Suns, even up the series 1-1. Brandon Ingram, 37, 11, and 9. I cannot speak today. It's like my brain is moving super fast and my mouth is
not. It's the camera angle, bro.
I'm like looking at myself in 2 different angles. Larry Nance. What did Larry Nance say? Larry Nance, I will keep saying it, win or loss. I think Brandon Ingram is the best player on the court.
Oh, what?
So Devin Booker wasn't on the court, so you can make the argument.
Yeah.
I mean, I still wouldn't say it, but you can make the argument.
I don't think so. I think that's a little bit of a reach. They played on the same.
Never said that. So
you said Larry Nance Jr. Larry Nance Jr. said that.
Yeah.
They played.
That's his teammate. Right? He's supposed to say that.
Yeah. They played
you don't have to lie
like
to your
it.
teammate, but
I mean, he's not. I don't think. I mean, you will find guys that'll make that argument for him too. Like, you know what I mean? They'll be like, yeah, he right. You know, so I don't think it's nasty of him to do that, especially now. So, I mean,
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's pretty ridiculous.
Big up your teammate, man.
I like
big up your teammate.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous to say that whoever said that about Jimmy, man, like that's an outlier game. Like, come on, man. Like, I be saying my stuff about Miami, but Jimmy, we've seen him go off of 40+ in the playoffs a couple of times, you know. So I wouldn't say that's an outlier game.
Wait. I'm sorry, JD. So I'm reading the chat and I just found out something. Then we could continue. Did LeBron James tweet that he agreed with T-Mac?
Yeah, he said he's not mad at it. Those are the 2 most.
No, Dwayne Wade said that. I don't know if LeBron did, but Dwayne.
I think I saw a LeBron tweet saying like he's not mad at it. Those are like 2 of the most skilled guys to ever play our game, something like that. I saw a screenshot. I don't know if it was real.
So why are his fans defended him when he could see a possibility of what other basketball is saying?
Yes, LeBron
fans.
They defended him when his team missed the playoffs.
Here, Del,
I'm sorry.
I'll work you up even more.
Sorry,
I'll work you up even more. D Mills donated through the super chat, said, so if LeBron does more on the court than KD, how is KD better than him, Del? Please explain.
We're arguing
right.
It's not who's better. We're
right.
arguing
no, Del thinks that LeBron is better, that KD's better than LeBron.
Del already
LeBron does more than MJ on the court, but MJ's over.
No, it's so much more people LeBron just more than. So, like, LeBron will finish, he'll be leading scorer in points and top 10 in rebounds and assists. The fact that that's a stature to many, he does more. I have Mike number 1, right? And he will do more than LeBron. So the numbers is the numbers. It's a numbers game. Like Kareem was the number 1 leading scorer. I never thought he was the best scorer ever. It's still it's a numbers game. You could throw the numbers. I said this today. When you look at the numbers and the impact LeBron has, who's gonna stop there? I'm not arguing with that. I'm not arguing with the numbers, what he did. But when I look at player, I like Kevin Durant more than I like LeBron James. You guys hate it because you're gonna bring up your numbers, which, all right, cool, fine. Bring up the number. Everybody, no one stand close to LeBron James, but basketball is more than the numbers. To Marz' point, in this year when LeBron averaged 30, I don't look his 30 as bad. Marz do. Like, you guys are looking at his 30 and he's not in the playoffs. Marz do, but that 30 is adding them rebounds, points, and assists that he did this year. It's just adding to his greatness of the numbers that at the end of the day, you're going to be like, God damn. So it's a numbers game you want to play. It's like, that's fine.
I think the question is, like, what the guy's probably asking is, why is it that you believe that Kevin Durant is better than LeBron James?
Okay. Let's say the
like, this is all time, right? This is all time. You think
all time today, yesterday, tomorrow, whatever. Let's say if Braun does more on the court, right? KD could, like I said this before, LeBron James needed, and he's always needed for him to succeed, which is mostly winning. He needed a roster generated for LeBron James type of play. He has the ball. He's always been, I don't know what the word is, but not ball dominant, but usage rate probably. Always with the usage rate, with the ball in his hand, controlling the dynamic flow of how a team's situated and how it's run. People always throw this stat around to me when I argue this fact. Oh, look at how Michael Jordan retired and then his team lost in the second round. LeBron James leaves the team and his team can't make the playoffs. That's because when he leaves, those players get to play basketball again. They get to feel themselves on the basketball court and not fit into a system which is a LeBron James system. So when all those stuff LeBron do, those generates his dimes, his controlling the facets of the game, because that's what winning thing. They lost when he gave D-Wade a chance or whatever. D-Wade said, yo, bro, we follow you. You got to do what you got to do. With Kevin Durant as a basketball player, any system that was ever created in life, he could walk in and still be Kevin Durant and not affected or affect any other players on the court. And I think that's a supreme skill that many don't try to understand or give credit to. Like, look, KD could wake up and play on the court with Hakeem Olajuwon at the 4, Kareem at the 5, him at the 3, Jordan at the 2, and Kobe Bryant at the 1, and still not be affected by what's surrounded him. Not everybody could do that, and I think that's a great skill.
You think you highly value, like, I don't know what the word is, but as if you could plug and play into any type of
the word's portability.
I value it because like that's what amped up LeBron James' numbers in a way. It's like shooters in the corner, you create the what's the name, and that's how it's gonna go. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's amped his numbers. Not to say like LeBron James didn't lose the skill of creating for others, but you will say this year he averaged 5 or 6 assists, but you won't look at LeBron as the same playmaker as the past before as you did this year. But let's say you still had the shooters in the corner with the Lakers team minus the Russ, you'd be looking at LeBron differently. That's all it is.
Caveman just dropped a huge super chat. He just dropped a 50 piece. Wow, Caveman, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. That is,
shout out, Caveman.
Caveman. Man, we really appreciate that. He said, "Who's your favorite non-talked about basketball player all time?" Mine is Rafer Alston. Skip to my Lou. P.S.
Skip, my guy.
P.S. Love your show, and I've binge watched your previous episodes. Yo, Caveman. Thank you again, bro.
Fire.
Least.
Let me borrow $20, bro.
least talked about favorite player of all time. Man, that's a good question. I feel like Jason Terry is probably mine.
Kevin Johnson.
I like Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson's nice.
I have a list. My list is deep when it comes to that, especially when it comes to like 90s players. Like I like Nick Anderson. I like Howard Isley even. I like Allen Houston. I like
Howard Isley. John Starks is a big one for
Rashard
me.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Rashard Lewis is one of my favorite players.
Like just the supporting cast that was that always seemed to be in the mix when it came to, going up against the marquee teams like, Chicago Bulls and stuff like that. There was always some like great supporting cast players or whatever. I love all those guys.
Josh Howard. I got a lot of Mavs and Sonics players that you really wouldn't know a ton about.
My all-time favorite role player is Tony Allen. I don't know why. I just love Tony Allen and how he plays defense. And I think he was really like one of the best defenders in NBA history. I just love Tony Allen. Him and Rodney Stuckey is a whole homer for me on Detroit. I don't know why.
Went to the same high school as Rodney Stuckey. We from the same city.
For real?
I didn't know that he went to your guys' high school. I knew he went to Eastern Washington for college ball. But
Rodney Stuckey was insane in high school. Imagine being in 8th grade, watching a 6'5" dude dominate every Basically, he was LeBron in high school.
Yeah.
Basically. And it was just like, wow.
Is he the best high school player you've ever seen?
Bro, Tony Roten.
In Seattle, we got crazy high school players.
Jamal Crawford.
Just crazy people that came out.
Isaiah Thomas.
I will probably say, yeah, just because I was in the 8th grade and just watching the dude really do like LeBron shit.
Yeah.
Tony Roten was probably
Tony Roten, you say, JD?
Was probably the best high school basketball player I saw with my own eyes in high school
what
from
Washington.
Euro?
I was about to ask you the same question because I know you and that, tri-state area, there's a lot of talent out there.
High schoolers?
Yeah. Like when you was in high school.
Oh, okay. So of course you got Bassy.
Yeah,
Sebastian Telfair.
Bassy was crazy.
But for
Darius
me,
Washington.
no, for me personally, I always say this: watching basketball is just, before I got into basketball, this player, he went to my high school. His name is Gary Irving, and bro, when I tell you it was different. Can you stitch this for me? Because I said this, but I want this on record for whatever. When I was like a ninth grader watching Gary Irving, like when I was a ninth grader watching Gary Irving playing basketball, bro, like he made me like, yo, nah. Like the way he had the crowd, and then he was always flashy dressing. He was like, bro, he really made me like love ball, like more, like, and I'm like, God damn, like, and then the battles him versus Sebastian, the whole crowd, everybody coming out. No one could have told me at this time that it was a better high school basketball player than Gary Irving. Even if you said Bashy, because what he really made me like, oh nah, like take it serious, because he was different, boy. He ended up having
had all the hype, career. Man.
Oh, he had different type of hype, like you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And he also has one of the best documentaries I've seen, like Through the Fire. I don't know if anybody here on this panel seen it. Wrong, yeah. Through the Fire is amazing, man. It's OD dope.
That was my favorite movie in high school. That's the best. I still think that's the best sports documentary ever.
Yeah, bro. That Through the Fire was so different, man. The coach, his high school coach, was my AU coach, and he's actually was my coach for my TBT team for the Autism Army. So yeah, I'm still connected with all those. Still talk to Bashy and all that stuff. But Gary Irving, different.
Fire.
For real, just different.
What did he end up
Felipe Lopez? Somebody said in the chat. Felipe Lopez is crazy.
He said what?
Somebody typed in Kevin Porter Jr. was in high school was nuts. I actually seen a memory on my Snapchat story yesterday of him and my cousin, because they went to rival high schools. They was playing against each other, and I'll never forget. I went to their senior night. That game was OD. They both went for 30, but Kevin Porter Jr. in high school was a beast.
What did you was about to ask me, Ron? Who what?
What did he end up going on to do?
Oh, he played overseas for like 10, 11 years, Europe, Australia, and now he's a high school coach at one of the best schools in a Catholic school in the city, Nazareth. And still hooping too, still playing in the summertime, still.
I bet he's colder than ever right now too.
Yeah, still doing his thing, man.
D Mills again donated through the super chat. He is coming for you, Del. He said, "Forget the numbers on the court. KD just scores in a better way than LeBron. Not actually better than him, but everything else LeBron is better. So saying KD is better don't make sense. And I'm not a Bron fan."
That's what's up, bro. Thanks.
Why does it bother you so much?
It's insane to me how, like, I could have a conversation and have a topic to not even change, but to more so understand what someone is saying. But I would never take it so. I feel like it's personal. I would never take this personal. Like if I didn't know Slim, if I didn't know KD or whatever, I would still think how I view basketball. You've been watching this show forever. Like I literally say consistency in what I say. I don't get why y'all trying to take me off of this. Take me off.
Trying to jump off the cliff and bring you down.
If this is me personally, if I want to pick a one-on-one of them two either playing in their prime, I think Kevin Durant will win. A one-on-one basketball game, I think Kevin Durant will win that one-on-one basketball game.
LeBron and Kevin Durant.
Bro. Yes, and this is why.
We talked about this. Remember we did the one-on-one tournament?
And this is why I don't, because no matter if let's say the rules apply. Let's say you're playing 3, 4 dribble, 5 dribble. Let's say you're playing with unlimited dribbles, right? The fact of KD could always get to his spot and shoot better and still drive on LeBron. I still think he'll win that one-on-one matchup, especially when I'm in Miami and then I'm hearing story like I was in Miami with Bees. I might have sent a thing in the chat. I'm in Miami with Bees and I'm like, yo, the one-on-one stories of LeBron is true. He's like, Del, you like, come on. And I'm laughing. It's like you playing a one-on-one. It's the facet, and that's how I view it. Like if he could beat him a one-on-one, that's not saying he's better than LeBron James. But if I'm sitting here and you guys are getting so mad that I think KD's a better basketball player, and you think Bron is better. That's fine. Like, that's your take. Why does it have to be like, oh, Dell got to be this, Dell, because he knows KD's is this? Because
if they keep pushing it through the super chat, I'm here for it.
Right. Shaq is one of my best friends, and I tell Shaq some players is better than him. Then he gets mad at it. It is what it is. Like, you think a player is better, you think his player. It's some players on Shaq's team that Shaq could text me like, I know you're better than this player, and that's fine. Like, it's. You guys think Bron is your GOAT or better or whatever the case, not being a Bron fan, and that's okay. Like, I promise you, is no shame in my game. Bron's top 5 ever, whatever the case may be, to me. And what's the dude? I'm gonna end it with what the dude Chill said.
It's not ridiculous to say that. It's not
ridiculous to say that. Like, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, y'all be too worked up, but I love it though.
It's
like,
fire, man.
It's dope. It's like, I don't get why you so worked up about something, and they get so worked up like KD's not good. Like, he's like, right. I'm saying,
like, it's
like,
blasphemous.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's
like
fire.
It's cool, bro. When you look at Kevin Durant and LeBron James, Kevin Durant is a great offensive player. And I think what you said is right, where he could plug and play seamlessly with a lot of people. And I agree with that. But when we look at LeBron, bro, it's like LeBron, this is everything, bro. Like, he's a great scorer. He could play make, and he's a better defender.
Yeah,
than KD. And
nobody's denying it. Nobody's denying it. But anyway,
I'm not denying none of that. That's fine.
Wrapping up the Pelicans Suns series.
You don't think that LeBron could thrive on a team where he's the second best player? You think it has to be the LeBron show?
I think this is the problem. Do you think? I don't think he can, and I thought he could have. Let's say Anthony Davis would have won and took the mantle or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Let's say Russell Westbrook, who just for sake of argument. I don't think you mean right now or in his prime. In his prime, I don't think so at all.
He was number 2 to Zydrunas.
Yeah, I don't know. Even to this day, LeBron's 37.
That was tough, JD.
And even to this day, LeBron still is the best player on his team. So it's like
exactly the point. But the problem is, okay, you could say, but if the best facet of that is if Anthony Davis never got hurt and he would have took the mantle like that was bestowed upon him after they won in the bubble. He got hurt, and that
he would have took the mantle though.
I don't think
he was supposed to. Everybody, the whole world
agree with that.
The whole world thought that.
Coming into the whole world thought that. The whole world
to decline though.
You said what? No, I don't think it's about a decline though. I think about the fact that do you guys think LeBron James can adapt that way? Do you guys think LeBron James can play that better without the ball in his hands as much? It's not about Anthony Davis, but do you think LeBron James could adapt that way where he doesn't have the ball and they're just looking at him to do what? You know what I'm saying? LeBron James was starting at the 5 and bringing the ball up the court.
That's a fact.
I think LeBron
he can still, but he's still LeBron. Nah, he can be effective even without handling the ball.
I'm not. Of course he could be, but can he adapt that way? And it also depends on who that player. But I don't.
I think LeBron.
The question is why didn't they go that route? Because Russell Westbrook could have, handled the ball majority of the time. And
but in the beginning of the season, Russ started handling less though at first, and then Russ in his mind looked like, I'm looking shaky without the ball, so I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, and that looked shaky as well. And then AD wasn't there to be like, let's run it through me in the block, and then it had to fall back into LeBron James taking the ball in hand. Who I don't have a problem with Bron this year. I think Bron was just cooking up. I think Bron had a great year for me personally. Like I think you like this year as well. Marz said he was stat chasing or empty stats or whatever. But I think Bron was doing the best he could do to make his team win. That's how I view Bron this year.
I think both things can be true.
So you don't think? Wait. So you was talking about LeBron James and then Anthony Davis coming along. I don't think that LeBron James is going to take that back seat, in my opinion.
So you don't think LeBron could be the second best player on the team?
I think LeBron could for sure. I think LeBron could adapt to being the second best player on the team. It's just there's nobody to adapt to. He's number 1 right now. He's always been number 1. He always will be. Right now, you got KD and Giannis is possibly ahead of him, maybe Steph. He can adapt to play to those guys. But if you have
he could adapt to playing with Giannis?
Who? LeBron?
How would Bron and a Giannis team
would it not be Bron and AD similar? Like,
yeah, it would be very similar. They just
I don't think
surround
it'll
him
be
with
similar
shooters.
because y'all keep looking at Giannis as Giannis more. He dominates from the wing down. You know what I'm saying? Like he brings the ball up the court. Like he's like people like he's
he does. I think Giannis. I think
yeah.
Giannis fry. I personally think Giannis is better without the ball. I just think with the way the Bucks play, they put him on the ball.
Right. So I haven't seen him like with Giannis is like, to me, Giannis plays down. Like he doesn't go from back to the basket more. So I think Braun Chip with AD, he's more back to the basket. So I don't know how Giannis is easier to play with though than many give him credit for. I would agree to that. But with a Braun dominating the basketball and needing the spacing,
if you
know what I'm
surround
saying?
if you surround them with shooters, bro, you surround them with shooters. LeBron and Giannis they're competing for championships, especially with the defense that both of those guys bring. They're winning championships.
Yeah, whatever city they're in,
I agree, Dub.
Is coming to that.
But the question is LeBron's a number 2? There's not been a player in LeBron James' time where he's on number 2. I don't think there hasn't been. The only number 2 that could possibly happen is Michael Jordan, bro. So I don't sit here and say, oh, can LeBron James, to say that he can't be a number 2 when there's nobody who's ever been better than LeBron James. So we haven't even seen that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
it's okay.
Let's say like you see how with people, I saw this in the chat as well with they said they lost because Braun averaged 17.5. If you look at those series, it was who was the offense being ran through? D Wade was the, you know what I'm saying? D Wade, and that didn't work. You see what I'm saying? It didn't work because Braun didn't have the feel in that playoffs of having the ball in his hands because he's trying to please everyone, whatever the case may be. So that the only way I could go to anything of playing with LeBron James and not working is that around that time, Braun is.
I understand that point. Completely. I think it was just more of a mental gap with LeBron James, in my opinion.
But this is my point though. When you took the ball out of his hands, right, it looked bad. You know what I'm saying? And you're viewing it as a mental, but it wasn't nothing he was accustomed to doing regardless. Like he was never doing that. The ball was never out of LeBron James' hand. And then the next 2 years, back-to-back MVP, D-Wade, like, yo, bro, you have to be yourself.
In 2011,
you have to be yourself.
In 2011, right? That was the year when they beat Boston and LeBron had that crazy game, right?
That's 2012.
No, that's 2012. Yes. Yeah, that's his MVP season. That's the back-to-back MVP, I believe.
I think that whole 2011. I think that whole 2011 meltdown was. I don't think it was as much as of LeBron not having a.
I don't know if I can say that.
I think it was more
the first 3 rounds. LeBron was great. Like,
and that's what I was going to say.
Marz.
It's not a meltdown because he played great that regular season. He played great in a couple rounds in the playoffs. In the finals is when I don't know where the mental stuff came. You know what I'm saying? The Mavs didn't. I don't know, JD. The Mavs did any defense special?
No.
The Mavs was talking to him. I don't know.
The Mavs did a lot to try to get the ball out of LeBron James' hands and to make him play.
Miami was feeding him though. They were trying to.
They were trying to feed him, but it's like you give
Wade
KP.
was bringing the ball up the court.
You talk about KP and him not being aggressive and everything. LeBron James in that series, in my opinion, it was just a lack of aggressiveness with him. There was a lack of just like, come on, attack. You feel me?
I don't know.
That's why it's kind of hard for me to be like, all right, it's hard for him to just number 2. When in my mind, I'm looking at that series like, nah, LeBron. It was more like, yo, you just wasn't ready to attack.
I think he was just shook that Dirk is so great.
They were running the zone that series though, right?
I think they was running it.
It was like the original Giannis defense, the way I saw it, as in they tried to just like
make him shoot,
close up driving lanes, and force LeBron to be a jump shooter. And LeBron in that time he wasn't comfortable doing that.
And Dwayne Wade, make him shoot.
Yeah, you know the type of guy LeBron is though, and we've all talked about this throughout his whole career. He's the type of guy that if he has the ball and it's 5 seconds on the clock, but Udonis Haslem's wide open over there and they're doubling him, he's not going to shoot the ball over 2 defenders. He's going to make the correct play. So in that series, I don't remember too much of it, but if I go back, I assume that I would see LeBron making a lot of correct plays.
He's making,
And him not forcing the ball to the hoop. Now, Dub, I know you're saying be more aggressive, and heavy is the head that wears the crown. You're LeBron James, bro. You got to average more than 17. But at the same time, you also need to make the right plays. So that's, it's a double-edged sword.
All right, D Mills with the 20-piece in the super chat. Not personal. This is just my non-biased take. It's a few guys I like over Bron, but when I take my bias away, only MJ's better than Bron. Shout out to y'all boys, though. Best sports talk anywhere. Been rocking since episode 3. It's all love. Yo, D Mills, we appreciate you, bro. I see you in here all the time, man.
Fire.
Love. Mr. Hale with the 10-piece. Episode 3 is deep. Mr. Hale with the 10-piece. Who
That's
you
a
benching?
fact.
Episode 3 is yeah, that's OG. That's a long time. Mr. Hale, who you benching out of these players? MJ, LeBron, Kobe, Durant, Curry, and Shaq. Love the show, by the way. You guys are goated. Thank you, Mr. Hale. So we got MJ, LeBron, Kobe,
we did this
Durant, Curry, Shaq. We might have.
Super chat. We gotta do it again.
Super chat. That's a tough one.
Well, I'm benching Kobe. So yeah.
I think we did do this one. I think I benched Kobe too.
I mean,
because of MJ.
You have to. He's a carbon copy of MJ.
Exactly.
I mean, I think I'd rank KD the lowest out of all of these players. But if we're looking at team fit, Kobe, we already have Mike, so I don't need Kobe there as well.
Yeah.
Unless you want to run LeBron at the 1, I guess, and then have Kobe, MJ, and KD with Shaq. I guess I could see that, and then put Kyrie on the bench.
Nah, bro, you got to have the greatest shooter of all time on the floor.
I'm putting Steph on damn near every team.
It's no way in hell I'm benching Kobe Bryant in no scenario. And here's the thing. You guys said he's a carbon copy of Jordan, right? If I could have a roster full of Michael Jordans, I want as many Michael Jordans as I can get. So if I can get 2 Michael Jordans, I'll take 2 Michael Jordans. On top of that, Kobe and Bron can or Kobe and MJ can run point. They can guard point guards, and we got LeBron James.
But Ron, you're smarter than that.
And you guys said that. Yes,
I hate that floor spacing.
It's terrible.
But you got Kevin Durant too, so it's like that's not a bad replacement as a shooter.
I mean, Shaq needs space, Bron needs space, Kobe needs space. They all need space, and you're giving them Kevin Durant as the only form of space.
You guys lose it over spacing. You know what we're talking about?
No, I'm not saying it's the most
top 5 scorers of all time.
They don't need.
You don't think they'll be able to
honestly.
play off each other? You don't think these guys have made a living off being double and triple teamed? So when you can't double off of this person, what do you think is going to happen? If MJ's on the court, I can't leave Kobe to go double MJ. I can't leave Shaq to go double MJ. I can't leave KD to go double MJ. You guys said Steph. I can't leave Steph to go double MJ. So now everybody's single covered. Now what are you going to do?
That's a good point.
I'll have Kobe as my 6th man.
We got.
I
go ahead.
Like LeBron at the 1. I like LeBron at the 1. I like the defense that comes with that. With LeBron, Kobe, KD, and MJ. So
you're benching Curry though. Your floor spacing is just.
Ron hit it right on the money, bro.
No, he didn't hit anything on the money.
You have 3 of the best scorers who makes their money off of getting double and triple team, bro. Floor spacing doesn't matter when it comes to those guys.
You can't double team that team, Dub.
MJ was getting buckets, bro. MJ was getting buckets.
But you're not ever sending a double when you play against that 5.
So you'll just run isolation all game, basically, because everyone's.
Hold on. You said MJ was getting buckets when there was no floor spacing?
Yes.
But there was floor spacing, but
there was floor spacing.
With Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen and all them boys?
Because of the way,
about the defense.
The way the illegal defense rules were, if you couldn't shoot, you were still given floor spacing.
MJ's getting his money, bro.
That's why you had a whole bunch of guys that couldn't shoot in the NBA still being decent.
Bro, they were still sending double teams regardless. In the playoff
yeah, they were sending double teams, but
they sending double teams every single time, bro.
Less complex. Nowadays, you can half send doubles, everything.
Next super chat, we got Word is Bond. We've actually answered this one a long. They're rolling through this one. We've answered a long time ago, but we'll answer it again. Who had the better prime, D Wade or James Harden?
D Wade.
D Wade.
I don't think it's close, but D Wade.
Wade.
There's a ring in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna get at. It's a well. Hold on. When did D Wade's prime technically?
Yo, stop.
Well, when did it start?
Okay,
when did it end?
Wait. Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. Seriously. Y'all prime as in just these 2 basketball players that they're like basketball, like not winning.
That's how I'm
rings,
looking.
No
I'm looking
rings,
at it.
nothing,
I'm
right?
looking at it as players.
I
think D Wade was
me
better
personally,
than
unless when you bring the numbers up to me, you could tell me. But how I view it and looked at it, I'm going James Harden.
You have James Harden top 10, right?
Ring is not.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. My fault. I thought
I said having a ring is not numbers though.
Right. So this is what I'm saying. So if it's just a basketball play, like I want like D Wade's prime, like this is Rocket James we're talking about from like 2012 to like 2019.
That prime
right?
is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going James, and it's tough.
It is a tough one because Dwayne Wade,
and it was easily Wade for some of y'all, and I just want to wonder
It's easily
why.
Wade.
You know what that you know what? Yeah, you know what that sounds like to me. When you say, "Yo, I'm gonna choose James Harden," Rocketeers as his prime over
that is his prime
over D Wade. Yeah, that's cool. That sounds like just the opposite end of the argument from what Marz is saying when he says he'd rather have Robert Orr because he got all the rings. It's like you know what? I'm just taking this player because he's just that guy. But you know what I'm saying? When we talk about
taking the player because that's his prime. that was his prime years. I'm not going to take the OKC years. His prime years started when he got it to Houston from 2012.
I'll take a top all-time guard in his prime, getting a ring over anybody who might be a little bit better individually with no rings at all.
But okay, so
prime factors into that because
the rings helped you in the prime.
100%.
And getting the ring.
100%. Oh, okay. Well, he got a ring without Bron. He got a ring without Bron.
He did also get one Bron too. Facts.
I wasn't even considering the one with Bron. To be fair,
I think he was past his prime at that point. I think 2011 was his last year.
So you think 2006 is third year? Is that his third? Might be his third year in the league. That was his prime?
I mean, I was considering D Wade's prime as like 08 to 2011, but I consider prime shorter than you guys.
Oh, okay. So for me, I think 06, he was wild and he averaged 30-something in the finals numbers.
Yeah, he was going
crazy for sure. But like,
I'm taking D Wade. I'm taking D Wade because
I got Harden.
I'm taking D Wade because it goes to what you say, Dell. James Harden may be more skilled than Dwayne Wade. I mean, James Harden may be more skilled than Dwayne Wade, but when it comes to who I'm gonna put, who do I want to get my franchise in the hands to deliver my team a championship? Because that's a goal, winning rings. I'm giving it to D Wade over James Harden 9 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times.
Arguably the best defensive guard in the league.
He was a better defender. He was good. He could get to his spots the way you like it. He wasn't a terrible playmaker. He was a pretty good playmaker. He started playing a point guard, so I'm going with Dwayne Wade over James Harden any day.
What did James Harden need
a good comparison
with that Rockets team in order to get a chip outside of CP3 not being injured? Because he played without CP3 at the Rockets too, right?
Formidable
and
forward.
He was that guy.
He needed the Warriors not to exist.
That's true.
That's tough.
That's what he needed. That's
true.
What he needed, honestly.
They might have actually won if the Warriors didn't exist. That's true. All right, moving on.
Nothing else.
Caveman donated through the super chat another 20 piece. He said $20 for my bro Euro. Would love to debate with you guys in the future. I'm at work tuning in. Let's get them likes up. Yo, Caveman, the GOAT. Cammy donated.
Shout out to the legend, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Legend. Cammy donated through the super chat. Said Cammy for mod here. The Hawks are finna get it back in blood. We getting adjusted to the defense. I wanted to ask a question, but I was still on the clock. Appreciate y'all tapping in during work hours. I hope that you guys keep your jobs, though. Don't let us get you in trouble. Taylor Harmon donating through the super chat. Hey, guys, great podcast. This is my first episode live, but when are we going to get a King of the Court series with the Players' Choice crew? Man, hopefully sometime in
real life?
Yes.
Vegas. I'm ready whenever y'all ready. And anybody in the chat, if y'all want to come get some, come join in.
Yo, doing it in Vegas, doing that in Vegas is dangerous.
For you,
for me, for sure.
Mr. Soda Can.
Oh my God. Okay. Moving on. Let's get back to playoff talk. Grizzlies Timberwolves tied 1-1. Grizzlies blew them out last night by 28. Ja almost dropping a triple-double, went 23, 10, and 9. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on the series now that we got 2 games under the belt.
I still got Grizz in 6. I think the Timberwolves, I think they might win the next game. I think they'll split again in Minnesota, but I'm not going to talk about Karl Anthony Towns.
I kind of, you know what I don't like? I don't like how people always get caught up in the moment. I know you guys heard me about Jimmy Butler Miami, but that's more to come at the fans though. But they was tripping about game one for all of the game ones. They're thinking that's going to be a whole story of the series. I just don't get that. I think Memphis 6 games as well. I agree with Marz. I think it's game one. I don't think we have to over exaggerate the Timberwolves winning the first game as, oh yeah, they're about to win the series. Like, we need to chill out with that and actually like wait and see what's going to happen, because it's just immature to do.
With me, I just view Ja Morant. Ja used to be more humble to me, and I'm not liking this thing I'm seeing, and it's making me sad as a person. Like Ja hitting a 3, and he's saying, "I told you." I'm confused of what.
What do you mean? He been saying that. You don't remember when he hit the 3 on James Harden, and he was like, "You better tell that motherfucker about me."
Nah. This is what I'm saying of how he's talking. He's not talking about that specific 3. He's talking about total fans, like whatever the case may be. No matter Ja done won about, they could have won 100-0 last night. Minnesota, to them, they did their job. They left 1-1. They stole home court. So if Ja would have been as aggressive in game 3 in Minnesota, winning and they smacking him, then he want to talk his smack, I'm cool with that. But on your home court, you're supposed to defend 2-0, and now you're like, oh, it's tie. You think Patrick Beverly, they like, yo, bro, we come out these next 2 games and just play hard and try to win 2 at home. We at the crib.
So what if he comes back?
Who do you think feeling better right now? No, but I'm just saying, based on other stuff, like Ja is talking more so to social media, to posting the Michael Jordan thing that he posted in the playoffs on his page, is more so of someone that has done more than Ja Morant has done yet.
I'm here.
So
he's buying into his hype. I'm here for it.
He's buying into his hype too soon to me.
I don't know. I look at it.
And this is the point right there. I'm not talking like Ja, just that I'm not jumping on that train, but I'm saying like this is right. But what I'm saying is like this is the point where I say players are getting overhyped. You know what I mean? Like, so I
don't think he's overhyped at all.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know
your approach in terms of what you've become. That's
right.
all I'm saying.
I'm just letting you know my tipping point. If I had the same stance as you, this is where I would start calling Ja Morant overhyped.
I'm looking at it through a different lens. I think that this is how he motivates himself, because you can't go and post stuff like that and not perform. So he's putting this out there so that he goes and kills. This is like, it's a reminder to himself that, oh, I'm a killer. Like, I can't.
Oh, but I don't
just sit back.
I don't think Ja Morant needs a reminder. I think it's him more so. This is what I'm saying. This is him buying into, when Ja Morant won Rookie of the Year, he didn't say things of, oh, I wasn't picked first. I didn't have these people question me. He never say the doubt stuff. He's never been on that. He's
grown into his own.
No, so So this is what I'm saying. He don't need no hype stuff. He's never been viewed as such.
Like, yeah, but if that's the way that works for him, like, I'm here for it. I don't know. This
is him. No, I'm saying when I say he's become more
arrogant.
Like, I like when he said talking to me. He's like, yeah, Pat Beverly could do that. We ain't ducking no smoke. I agree with stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at home, winning a game where people thought it would be up 2-0 when it's 1-1 and you're saying, I told y'all, you look different in that aspect, because Minnesota walking out of there, they still feel better than you guys. You know what I'm saying?
So you're looking at it, you're looking at it as if the Memphis Grizzlies didn't do their job. This isn't an appropriate moment to sit here and be like, oh, I'm like that.
Yeah, but only because you gave them 1 at home already. No matter how you spilling it, it's still 1-1, and Minnesota still has home court advantage.
There's no reason to talk like this.
It's zero reason to talk like that.
Right.
If they was up 2-0, leaving 2-0, he did all that, I wouldn't be saying nothing right now.
But so it was just the
timing of you doing that. It was inappropriate for bro. Like, Patrick Beverly is happier than you right now.
Yeah.
The Minnesota staff is happier than the Memphis
They think
Grizzlies
they have a
right
chance.
now.
If they go 2-0 in Minnesota and he talks the same talk,
he could talk.
Bro, they're about to steamroll them the rest of the series. They are going to steamroll them the rest of the series. I promise you. I do not think that. I love Anthony Edwards. I think that the hype that he's getting, it's great. I do not believe in him and Cat continuing this throughout a 7-game series. I think Memphis go these next 3. Done. They're out of there. But moving on, Boston beat Brooklyn on a Jason Tatum layup buzzer beater. Kyrie scored 39. Jason Tatum 31 and 8. Man, Dale, thoughts on this game?
I got my dogs. I don't know if you guys talked about in the beginning of the show. I blame Slim 100% for game one. I think he gotta play better. Well, he gotta shoot better. Like I think he gotta shoot the ball better. He had 6 turnovers. I didn't even know the question. I just heard Del, what do you think about the game? I heard Kyrie name, so I'm just like this game is gonna be tougher than game one. This is why I was so mad at how they lost game one. And I was flying at the time I came back. When I left, when I took off, they were down 60 to like 48 or something like that. And then I'm reading up on the chat. I see Shaq showing Brooklyn love. People showing when people in our chat, in our show chat, like Telegram Shaq, Bron showing Brooklyn love. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, damn, I'm missing a goodie. Then I seen that Kyrie was in his bag. And I know KD was like 2 for 13 in the first half. And I text my boys, I said, yo, he'll finish the game, no BS. I said, he'll finish the game 11 for 24. I said, he'll finish it like 11 for 24. He ended up being 9 for 24. He missed 2. He missed a wide open 3 when I seen the highlights. And only I blame KD for the loss based on him, based on the turnovers. And I hated, and I gave Steve Nash, I hated that last possession with a passion.
It was terrible.
I don't think there's a blame. There's 2 good teams. It came down to the wire.
No.
It came down to one shot, bro.
So this is the thing, though. You up 1 with KD and Kyrie on the court. Either they had Kyrie dribble around the basketball for 20 seconds. Give it to KD to dribble.
That was a terrible possession for sure. Right. But I blame. If anybody, I blame Kyrie for that.
The next play, KD's ball watching Jason Tatum. With my boys is like, yo, no, Tatum cut and KD stayed with Brown. I'm like, Smart ain't looking for Brown for a 3 on that. Go with Jason Tatum. Like, I don't care what.
I think KD was stuck ball watching though.
Ball watching,
yeah,
right?
He was.
You gotta follow that. So to watch that play and be like, yo, with Kyrie playing like that, this is how y'all lost. But one thing, I've never did it with Kobe in the playoff. I've never did it with KD in the playoffs. When they're back against the wall, let's say they lose tonight, I think he has at least 38 tonight. This is me personally thinking. I think he has like the pressure of him, people knowing people like, that's like when people thought Patrick Beverly was doing something to him with the Warriors when he was just like, yo, we was up 50 and I took 8 shots. So me not shooting, whatever the case may be, I think first basket KD, book it on FanDuel.
Gut feeling on KD though. Do you think that Brooklyn has a better chance when KD goes off for like a crazy amount of points? Let's say 40, 50, or
they can't win unless him and Kyrie's playing good basketball together. In the regular season, he can.
And so good basketball together doesn't mean him going off for 40. It just means that he's playing good basketball.
At all. Both of them are playing good basketball like they did in
so
the
my question
game.
stands. Do you think that they have a better chance if KD goes off for 40, 50?
Oh, well, but the thing is with KD, he could get 40, 50 in them playing good basketball. Because let's say, you see he took 24 shots.
I don't see that happening more often than not, is what I'm saying. I think KD will drop 40, 50.
And they lose. They lost.
Right.
He had 55, his career high, and they lost. You know what I'm saying? He had 49 without a Kyrie, of course, a hobble James Harden. They won one and then they lost one. You see what I'm saying? So with Kyrie, they've won games with Kyrie. Well, Kyrie wasn't there most of the times, but when him and Kyrie play together, they won games. Both of them are clicking, and the team is just, the chemistry-wise, Bruce Brown is playing well. You're getting loose balls. All that falls into. But there's no way in hell I seen that last possession. They're in the penalty. Either Kyrie go to the basket or do something. 20 seconds is just dribbling around. And I say Nash because Nash, if you know they're going to throw a double, you have to have at least Seth or Patty Mills in the game.
And the reason why they did and the reason why they did that is because they knew Kyrie wasn't going to give it up until it was too late.
Like
to me, that was easily defended.
Probably people like look.
I would have done the exact same thing, and I could have called that. I swear.
You put, and if this is another thing, as Kyrie's dribbling, spiraling like that, Steve Nash, call a timeout. You have 2 timeouts left. Call a timeout.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I think Steve Nash is going to be the reason this team fails. I think he's a terrible coach. Personally,
he's a rookie coach.
That's cool. He needs experience. That's cool. But if I'm looking at him and I'm comparing him to like Ime Udoka,
you can't compare him to the dogs. You can't compare him to the dogs.
Ime Udoka's not experienced as a head coach, and I'm watching.
But this is the day. It's different. It's different. Like he's
got experience within the game.
Steve Nash has never coached.
That don't translate. That don't.
Yeah, I mean, as like
Udoka's been in meetings with Popovich.
Yeah, I get.
Wasn't Udoka on Brooklyn Nets staff last year with Mike D'Antoni, or wasn't he there? Yeah, I think he was on the Brooklyn Nets staff last year with Mike D'Antoni and all those stuff. He's been around coaching. He's under Pop. Like most of these people that's like dominating the coaching realm, all of them got a little Pop joining them. I think Nick Nurse was over there. Steve Kerr was on with the Spurs.
Like most Nash was with the Warriors.
He was.
I don't think there's a.
He was a player consultant.
He was.
I think there's a rookie coach. I don't think there's a rookie coach that does that. So basically, I'm trying to defend Steve Nash here, and I think that's crazy to say that he's a trash coach, because when you he is in the cold water, a rookie coach, not like, let's say, somebody like Spoelstra, who's been on the coaching staff and he worked his way up from the video room. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is literally Steve Nash's first endeavor as a coach. And then he has to manage two big-time egos.
There's no reason for Brooklyn to do that risk when you're competing for championships, in my eyes. You don't hire a coach who has no experience and then say, because not for the most part,
they shouldn't have hired Steve Nash.
I agree. It's maybe
okay. Yeah, I can get behind that. I can get behind that, but just to go out and call him, trash dog. He's a rookie.
No. I just think a couple of games that they have lost where they could have been big games. He could have. It's not even setting up, drawing up a play or whatever, but he could have did something or stopped the bleeding. Like KD last shot of the last year playoff against the Bucks, as KD's dribbling up the court, of course, the person you want the ball got the ball, right? But a defense, like, just call a timeout, give him a rest. He played, I don't know if he played back-to-back games of 48 minutes and then one in overtime of 53 minutes in an NBA play. Just call a timeout there just to give him a rest, just to sit down, catch a breather, and let's go from there. Last time, see Kyrie dribble. Timeout. All right, cool. We got 8 seconds. Let's draw something up or not. Let's just to grab the horns that way. Not to more so, because the NBA is mostly coaching it. I think for the league is more so defense than on the offensive end. Because if you watch a game, most teams other than the Warriors, and let's say everybody's kind of basically running the same kind of sets, unless the Warriors in that free flowing. Everybody else basically offense looks the exact same. Yeah. I'm watching some of Miami games. Yeah, I'm watching Miami games last night. I'm like, all right, now it's Jimmy's turn. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy's going on the pick and roll on the. Other than the Warriors in that system, even Phoenix is Devin Booker with ball control. CP is run the same. So it's coaching more so for the defensive end. Offense, you do your job 1-2. Let me get a timeout here. We got 2 timeouts left. We up 1. Let's sit down. Let's whatever the case may. Not even drawing up a play, but just grab it that way. So that's where I think coaching lacks right there. Yeah. That's it.
Steve Nash definitely, like you said, he's a rookie coach, and he leans completely on Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to, get him in and out of situations. That's what I think.
Word is Bond donated through the super chat saying, question for Marz, how's your jumper?
Terrible. And that's why I use stats, because I can't play.
Let's talk basketball donated through the super chat said, if you had to bet your life savings on one of these guys to play all 82, who would you bet it on? Kyrie, Kawhi, or AD?
I'm losing it regardless, so there's no point.
That's nasty.
Last person, AD.
Yes. I'm not betting it on either, bro. I got Kawhi Leonard, who does load management. AD is no offense, but he's a walking glass. And Kyrie's a walking glass too, bro.
Taking Kyrie.
I can't put my money on them.
I'm taking Kawhi. Because I don't think Kawhi is quote unquote choice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro. And that's the reason why I would never pick him.
I think that's even worse.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, AD, if like I'm willing to bet more that AD is going to get hurt than Kawhi saying, you know what, I just don't feel like it.
I'd bet on.
I'm willing to bet more.
Kawhi
I'm willing to bet more on the fact that there's luck that AD might just have a healthy season than the fact that Kawhi is just choosing when he's healthy.
Exactly.
82 games plus playoffs? No,
Yes,
neither of them are. None of them are going to happen. But if I had to bet, I'm choosing the person who's the reason they don't play is out of their control. There's a chance that maybe they get lucky. Kawhi is choosing to not play.
If AD's healthy, he's going out there. Kawhi Leonard, he could be healthy. I'm gonna rest up real quick.
You can split the winnings with Kawhi. Not that that's going to matter to him. He's like, man, what I need $5 for? You know what I mean? But still.
I'm going.
I don't know, man.
I want to read this DM that I just got. This is from Cleve. He said, "What's up, JD? I'm watching the pod right now. I'm in the Navy stationed in Guam, and me and the boys love you guys, but we can't donate or send super chats. I already helped him out with that, but shout out to you, Cleve. He wanted to ask, what do you guys think of the Pacers and what we can do to improve the team this offseason?
They need to get rid of their front office.
Blow it up.
Blow the front office up. They're notorious for not being ambitious, for not wanting, like, you know, Paul George exposed it, and it's been like, you know, they've been proving it. They don't really care. They just want to be in the middle of the pack. If, you know, at most, if they get like a generational talent through the draft, then, you know, that's what it is. But they're going to move him, or the talent is going to be like, yo, man, this ain't it. Move me.
They just like competing. That's it. They were like competing for championships. They just like competing for playoffs and everything like that. Well, when it comes to that extra step, the Pacers just never just took that extra step, and it's annoying as hell.
Pacers have never won in the NBA. I think they won the ABA once. If I mean, don't quote me on that, but
bro, because they had Reggie Miller, you had Ron Artest in 2000 and everything. Then Paul George comes around, and now you had a good little foundation with Victor Oladipo, Sabonis, and everything, and you messed that up. That Sabonis is out,
but that was never going to be a championship team. It was just going to be.
But they've always had great potential to build like a future.
Exactly.
Even if you say, you know, Vic Oladipo is not like our guy or whatever, you can move him for better pieces. They moved him, and what they get from it.
Nothing,
you know,
bro.
They had some decent guys, man.
And now they got Tyrese Halliburton. They got Tyrese Halliburton, where he's phenomenal. I love what he does, but shoot, I don't want him to waste his career with them.
He's not. I doubt he's staying.
But where's he going to? That's my question, because he came from the Kings and now he's with another mid franchise. Like, you know, who's going to pick him up? Because, yeah, I mean, I would just hate for, you know how, like, everybody knows this, man. You know how, like, some players just kind of, like, get stuck in a mold. Like, you know, they get typecast. It's like, okay, you're this type of player for this type of team. So if you don't want to compete, or, you know, you want to just stay in the East, like, you know, players never really get out of that mold just because management of whoever franchise, they just not, you know, jacking them like that. And so I hope Halliburton is not one of those players that just, you know, doesn't have control over where he's going. Because that's nasty. He's a great talent.
Abel Shaw donated through the super. Go ahead, Ron.
They need to so they got Halliburton. They still got Miles Turner. Don't forget they got Malcolm Brogdon. Nobody's probably going to go there as a free agent. So their best bet, like, they missed the playoffs this year. That's a good thing for them. Why?
Well, they need to move everyone. I mean, everyone who's not named Tyrese Halliburton needs to be getting put in trade packages. Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh, I forgot they got Buddy. See, yeah. So I'm saying that their best bet right now is with their lottery pick that they're going to get. Hopefully, it gets as close to one as possible. Their best bet is to go scout all these players and find a generational talent or somebody that can come and be a franchise guy for them. Then after that, you piece up Buddy and Malcolm Brogdon and try to get the best that you can get, kind of how Marz was saying. But I mean, their best bet is the draft. Other than that,
100%.
Like, bro, not too much else they can do.
Bell Shaw donated through the super chat. What's your pick, Heat or 76ers?
Heat.
Thanks, Marz.
I think both of them got to get past to the first round. I'm not doing that.
Sixers,
honestly, that's just my honest take.
Joel Embiid.
Speaking,
Ron, I have a question for you. Where's all of this little belief and stuff with James Harden is coming from? Because I remember
Ron's a used James Harden fan, by the way.
No, what?
He is.
I don't know. I've never heard him big up James Harden the way I've heard. the way I've seen recently, bro.
James, I'm not gonna say what James did something on the boat. They had a little beef.
I swear
they had a little beef. They went to.
I promise you, I do not really care about this series. But speaking of Joel Embiid and James Harden, Philadelphia up 2-0 on the Raptors. I really don't care to talk about this series unless you guys.
I might have the Raptors winning tonight.
I've hated this series. Like watching it, I'm barely getting through the games. I've hated the Philly.
See, the
Philly
only
and
games
Toronto.
I've seen other than I love even Warriors winning 2-0, but they're just so goddamn exciting that it's just good to watch. Bro.
Yeah.
Who else? The Brooklyn game, I missed it, so tonight I might miss it again. But I guess for everyone talking, they said that game was OD. So
yeah, it was nice. It was good watch.
It was a good game.
It's the best series in the first round so far.
Easily.
By far. And I've caught some of the Jalen Brunson show. That was the good game as well. That was still a good game because it's the Jazz being the Jazz, which is like weird because I only say that for one team, which is the Knicks being the Knicks, but the Jazz are really jazzing lately, and it's kind of sad. And
well,
I want to talk about the Jazz because
they don't have
Eric Pascal is supposed to come on
but
the show.
Donovan Mitchell had a similar.
I don't want to talk about the Jazz. Donovan
Mitchell had a similar take to you. Donovan Mitchell.
I'll talk about the Jazz.
He wasn't upset with what was going on. He said, "Look, we split with the Dallas Mavericks away. I mean, on their court. So if we take it back to Utah,
well, the only reason I'm saying they're jazzing is because no Luka. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Like they got to step on their throat. Like, yo, 100%. We gotta. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If they went 1-on-1 and Luka was there, I wouldn't say nothing about the Jazz.
But
yeah,
they can't.
No Luka,
But they can't. They can't do it. I told you guys that they were going to lose this game even without Luka. I said game 2.
And I hope Luka don't come back too soon because the calf is a very confusing.
He might not need to come back. Game. He might not need to come back.
Is it confirmed? I heard they were.
That's why I said that. But that's why I said that, Euro. I don't want him to because the calf is very dangerous, and I hope it's the same kind of calf thing that happened to Slim. And then look, Achilles.
I be saying that all the time, man. I'd rather take the safe route. Better safe than sorry.
And he's only been out for like 10 days. Calf for me is at least you should be
2 weeks.
2 weeks minimum. If he's coming back after a week and a half.
I think they should make it like a game 4, game 5 comeback. Let's see how they play without him game 3. And of course you need a game 4, but of course, but Luka knows his body as well, just like KD knew his body, but you know what I'm saying?
I mean, nobody knows their body.
Yeah,
if they
nobody
knows their body.
No, I mean knowing in terms of not limping around.
Pain threshold. But pain threshold is your body telling you, bro, sit the fuck down. You know what I mean?
I view that differently because
there's a difference. There's a difference between hurt and injured. You know what I mean? But there's also a thing where like hurt is like, you know what I mean, really, really closely.
It's a fine line. But I've played with on an ankle. I've played with plantar fasciitis before in the playoffs in Italy. And the fact of the matter, during the week, coach was like, "Yo, Daryl, you don't got to practice. You practice 1 week. You play in the game, whatever the case may be." But I knew in my mind that with the adrenaline, taking some ibuprofen before the game, I knew I could have beat myself in that 40 minutes. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If Luka knows the body to that extent, I knew that this. I knew it wouldn't have got worse, basically, is what I'm saying.
Ibuprofens are dangerous, man. You be going out there feeling great.
But nah, you be over there like
bachata. All right.
Ibuprofens for athletes is great.
I used to eat ibuprofen sandwiches. Do you guys want to talk about the Bucks-Bulls series?
I said it was going 6.
Oh, that series, I actually like some games as well. I like the highlights from the first game.
It was rough watching it. The Bulls were missing. It was a very.
And they only lost by 7, right? I think they came. It was 93-86,
yeah,
something like that.
And Giannis didn't play to close the game as well, which was
why did he get hurt?
No, he was in foul trouble. He was on 5 fouls, so he came out the game, and then the Bucks went on a little run to close the game. So they just didn't
put him back in.
Yeah.
Oh wow, interesting.
I'm eager to watch both of those games tonight. See what the Bulls do, and then also kind of see. I want to see if the Celtics can rematch what they did, and if they look.
But this is the take with what you're saying. Like this is what do you mean? Because in the basketball eye, of course, they lost. But I think Brooklyn is feeling more like we gave them that game away than Celtics won it.
Yeah.
So when you say rematch what they did, what does that mean?
I want to see if they can, because the Celtics still played good. Like even if Brooklyn didn't play
exactly. So they played good, and many people say, "Yo, foo, y'all, foo." So I'm more so looking at what you're saying for the Brooklyn Nets instead of Boston Celtics. I think Brooklyn got to match that. You see, when I'm more scared. Like I had them winning game 1. I'm more scared going into this game, and not because I know KD's gonna play better. It's because, you know, when I talk about chemistry, continuity, and just being a basketball team, I just don't think they have that yet. In terms,
I agree, and I think they abandoned chemistry. Like I think everybody's committed up to a certain point, and then when it gets down to it, like that last episode,
that's why I always ride with my dogs.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, I think that the chemistry is just like the last possession. You know what? Nah, like I just got to take this, you know. And so
instead of let's get something better for this moment.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And so I don't trust them in the moment like that.
The way I'm looking at it.
Look at the Bucks. If the Bucks was going into Boston that game, that last possession would have never happened like that. Not because of the players on the court, because the coach would at least say something. You know what I'm saying?
And they would have had somebody under the rim tossing that shit back.
Something. And that's where I say, like, I don't like just this much of something.
I don't know. I think with the Boston and Nets series, I think it's going to be a good series in general. And people talking about the Nets and everything, Kyrie scoring 40. KD had a bad game as well. I don't think Kyrie's going to have 40 again, but I think KD's definitely going to play well. But then the Boston Celtics, they had a lot of things going well for them too. Like Marcus Smart and Al Horford both put up 20 points.
And
they both put up 20, bro. So it's like, you really think that those guys can consistently put up 20? I don't think
that's what I was saying.
So it's going to be tough.
What the Celtics are going to do again? Are the Celtics going to come like that again?
Yeah, so it's going to be tough to see.
Are they just going to fold? Which I don't expect them to fold, but are they going to play to an elite level in terms of what they're capable of?
So what we got to look at, right? Kyrie's going to come down. He's not dropping 40 again. KD's going to come up.
What?
How? He's not dropping 40 again. You think Kyrie's going to drop 40 again?
Maybe 35.
In this game. I think Kyrie 20-25, right? Kyrie 20-25, KD maybe like 28 to 30. Now we got to look at what Marcus Smart, Al Horford is going to break. Now you got to look on the X factors on the other team. I don't know. This is going to be a great game, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Really quick.
If Al Horford and Marcus Smart both put up 20, bro, shit.
Really quick, I want to say this because it's 11:06 over here. I think Shaq and them are tipping off probably right now if they haven't already. So make sure you send positive vibes in the chat. Positive vibes in the chat. Let's get a dub for Shaq tonight. First game of playoffs for them. Don't show that. What are you doing? Trying to get us banned. Goofy. You're crazy.
What's the score?
7-6.
Yeah.
Abel Shaw donated again. He wanted Euro. He wanted you and me to give our Heat 76er prediction if they see each other. I'm going 76ers.
Oh, me too. I mean, I can't go Heat even if I wanted to because I got bets against Dub. But I mean, our bet may not even become a reality. So we just done because I said who'd I say? I said
Bucks and Bulls.
And that may not even happen. So
we'll see. I can't wait. I hope so. And if it happens,
here's the thing, man. If 76ers Heat, let's just pick that bet up with that one.
You want to do that one? All right.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I don't know which one that's gonna go, so I like that one.
All right, Golden.
What is it? Carl Anthony Towns and you giving me Remy? I got wear Towns jersey, right?
Yeah, Towns jersey on an episode.
You gonna give me Remy?
And nah, man, we said Henny. You Henny Dub, not Remy Dub, bro. Why you switching up on me, bro?
I'm not switching up. I started drinking the show with Remy Martin. We could go back to this. Episode 50.
I wasn't there. I only know you as Henny Dub.
Yeah, that's right.
Golden State obviously up 2-0
all summer, all fall.
Shaq, and you know what? Shaq is really getting me mad. You want to know why? Because he keeps trying to, let's come up with a new bet. Double or nothing. I want him to pay me first, bro. I want him to pay me. I want that case of Henny get delivered right to my house. I'm like, yeah, this is
Are you saying that he's
You got to get the double holics to bully him, man.
Yo, guys in the chat, tell Shaq to pay up.
Dub, are you coming up here and saying that he's not good for it?
I'm not saying that. He's trying to run away.
No, you need to say that. Right.
He's trying to come up with a new bet so he doesn't have to pay the bet. No, I want you to pay the bet first, and then we could do another bet.
He's just trying to get another one off. All right, Golden State up 2-0 on the Nuggets. Mavericks, Jazz tied 1-1. We already talked about those two. Let's get into some news. I'm going to breeze through these because we got some other Q&A stuff that I want to get to that I really like. We talked about the T-Mac quote. Joel Embiid, the first center since Shaq, and the first Sixer since Iverson to win the NBA scoring title. That's dope. After leading the NBA in assists, CP3 becomes the first player ever with 5 assist titles, 5 steals titles. 8. 4 players aged 22 and younger scored 30-plus points. First time in NBA history. What is this? Oh, we got Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Maxey, Ja Morant, and Jordan Poole. So Anthony Edwards, 36, Tyrese Maxey, 38, Ja Morant, 32, Jordan Poole, 30.
They all went crazy.
It doesn't matter, bro.
Pelicans and Zion Williamson have a difference of opinion on if he's healthy enough to play following his foot injury. Don't care. MRI on Atlanta Hawks center Clint Capella's right knee reveals there's no structural damage. He'll be evaluated again in a week. May miss the entire series versus the Miami Heat. That's tough.
Damn, I feel bad for the Hawks.
Was that instant karma?
Huh?
Why karma?
What? You said why or yes?
Yeah, like why karma for what? Like what happened?
You know, he kind of injured on a flagrant foul.
Yeah, so he pulled whoever he pulled down. Somebody was going for a layup. He pulled him down by the shoulders and basically crashed him into his own leg.
His knee.
Gotcha. Oh, he pulled him down on purpose.
Hey, he was trying to stop a layup.
I mean,
so
the hard foul was on purpose for sure. But you know,
okay.
After running and shooting pain-free for over a week, Brooklyn Nets guard Ben Simmons is expected to take the next steps on the court this week.
Shooting pain-free is interesting.
I don't want to see that, bro. I really don't. I don't even want to.
They say he's playing game 4. Woj just reported it. Yeah, Woj reported it.
Crazy.
Yo,
regardless of like what happens game 2 and 3, he's playing.
Yeah, the Woj said he's playing game 4.
Wow.
Who is this?
Wow, that's crazy.
Ben Simmons.
And I can't wait.
I don't think he should be playing, bro.
Let him play.
I don't think he
play. We already talked about this last show.
Right, let him play. It's a wrap. He's playing.
Shaquille.
Yeah, he's going to play. I want to see it.
Shaquille O'Neal said that Toronto's getting swept.
I don't agree with that. That's not ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
It's not ridiculous to say that. I promise.
I don't agree.
They would have won the series if Sweaty Bonds was there.
Kyrie Irving on the rivalry between him and the Celtics fans. He said, "I hope we can move past my Boston era and reflect on some of the highlights I left at TD Garden."
This is how late the show is because this is before he went crazy on them. This is before he did the middle fingers, yeah. Before that game and all that. So basically, this is the mute one right now because clearly he's not moving past it by doing that.
Yeah, I like the rivalry, honestly. I really do. I think it's entertaining to watch. The fans feel the way about Kyrie Irving. I think even on the Boston Red Sox game, they was chanting "Screw Kyrie Irving, screw Kyrie Irving." I like it.
I think that's dope, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty heat. I like the fact how Kyrie really pissed off a fan base that much that, he gets that much hate. So I like it, bro. I like the rivalry.
But Dub, though, to rival what you said earlier, you don't think Kyrie's going for 40? You know Kyrie has just as much of a vendetta against them as
so
him. And I'm not even going to say Kyrie hates them, but Kyrie's the type of dude where he feeds off your energy.
Negative. Negative energy.
If they keep getting at Kyrie's going to keep giving him bucket after bucket after bucket.
This is why
I think it's a chance that Kyrie does go for back-to-back. Even though he didn't have 40 last game, I think it's a chance that he has somewhere in that.
That's not bad.
I don't think Kyrie has a bad game this whole series.
Yep.
And if it's anyone, it could be game 4. It's not a bad basketball game. Like I think he'll always play well. His shot could be off, but in terms of how he's looked, like I don't think he has a 6 turnover, 7 turnovers type game. I think he's locked in on that green right now.
All right, let's talk about.
I think so too.
Let's talk about Steph Curry's comments on Draymond Green's podcast when he was asked about potentially teaming up with LeBron in the future. a second.
What did he say?
Says the other day, LeBron says the other day, he has one guy in the NBA right now he wants to play with. That player happens to be you. And I know I saw the other day where you said, you laughed about it and you was like, oh, I'm good. But don't get me to laugh, I'm good. Like, take me deeper into what you were really thinking when you first heard that.
It's surreal because I'll never be so far removed from the time like I was in Detroit playing in the Sweet 16 game, and this dude was maybe in his 4th or 5th year in the league, and he's coming to my game like supporting and cheering and doing all that stuff, even at the place he was at in his career as the future superstar and, like you said, Hall of Famer, potentially greatest of all time. Like, the fact that we're 13 years removed and he's saying that, it's still crazy. I had I don't know how many people knew this. He gave me a jersey when I was in high school. When I was in college, at Davidson, and I still have it on the wall.
LeBron
at my parents' house back in Charlotte.
Wow.
And he wrote it like to the king of basketball in North Carolina and signed it and all that. So like I'll never be too far removed from like where I came from in terms of this journey. So that's dope, and that's the surreal part. The other quick part is like, okay, if you take a fantasy draft and you're like building a team out, and you got what Bron can do and the way that I can shoot the ball, like obviously there's like a curiosity, like what would that look like? But at my parents, also there's a realism of like, that's why I said I'm good right now. It's just you can never let your mind go from what you know is your situation, what is your moment, your time, and who I've been rocking with from day one. So that's my best answer at it, because it's fantasy, it's wild, but there's a respect and appreciation. There's a surrealness because of where I came from and how we first interacted back when I was in college. But if this was 2K, that'd be pretty lethal.
Fire. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts on Steph Curry commenting on LeBron James, saying that he would want to team up with Steph Curry.
Go ahead, Marz.
I think he was just saying all the right things, as in, like, he's saying what he has to say, as in, he's got his team. It's not feasible for LeBron to join Golden State. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but obviously showing respect to LeBron, who he is as a player, what he's accomplished, and like saying basically he appreciates the love LeBron's sending his way, but also knowing that right now or within the moment, it's not actually going to happen. So it's just more of a pipe dream than like realistic opportunity.
You know when you have a checklist of things to do? I think Steph Curry, that answer was like his checklist of the right things to say. Like he just checked off every right possible answer to say. So that's possibly what he really feels. It is what it is, but I mean, I'm not gonna really. It's not really to talk about in my mind.
I mean, I'm just
mine neither.
Like Bron and Steph would be crazy, but more so even that. Did you guys hear about when Steph was talking about them in college and whatnot? And like when Bron was coming to Steph's games, and I don't know if you guys have seen that college of Steph or that clip of Steph at Davidson when he's in the I think he was whatever round he was in the tournament, he's killing, and Bron's over there on the sideline losing it off of what Steph's doing, and Steph's doing the same thing he was doing now back then. I don't think Steph ever in his wildest imagination, even though he believed in himself, I'm sure he did, thought that he would be at the pinnacle that he's at and clipping Bron in the finals. It's crazy how everything came full circle, and it went from Bron at his games to him literally beating Bron in the championships. I think that shit's crazy, man.
I agree. But I think, and this is a weird take, but I think Steph's biggest accomplishment, even though that's out of his control, is just overcoming him being Mr. Glass himself in the early stages of his career, because this guy was not reliable, man. His ankle or ankles in general, bro, like that could have kept him from us seeing one of the greatest shooters of all time, or the greatest shooter of all time.
Got that contract. That's why he got that contract to that 4-year, 44, and that's why they were allowed to get KD. So ultimately, him having that label of injury prone, arguably you could say got him 2 more championships.
Yeah,
good for him, man. An blessing in disguise, I guess.
Over here trying to get this game pulled. Go ahead, Dub.
I kind of find it weird, like, you know, with Steph Curry talking about the story of him coming up and LeBron James so on his side, especially him coming up from college. I don't know if you guys remember, correct me if I'm wrong in saying this, but when Steph Curry was on his little tear in 2015, 2016, there was a lot of players against him. There was a lot of players who wasn't really giving him love. And LeBron James was one of those players, correct?
That's a fact.
So
That's
LeBron James
love or was against him?
No, was against him.
But
So
Braun felt the way
annoying.
about Steph and what he's doing in the terms of when they met up in the finals and push Steph, get that like cursing at Steph. And if a person is going that aggressively towards Steph Curry, I always look at the person because Steph showboats, but he rarely like get at a player like just how LeBron was doing.
Sun somebody.
Yeah, son. He don't really try to sun. Like with Jaylen Brown, he got a bucket on Jaylen Brown and he pointed at Jaylen Brown. It's because what Jaylen Brown was doing. Steph is never on that type of time. So when Brown was on that type of time with Steph, I was like, oh, Brown really felt the way about people giving Steph the keys.
That's what I'm getting at though. From Steph being a young boy and Braun saying you know, like at his games watching him to now Steph kind of overtaking LeBron for that throne. That shit is crazy.
But this is what pisses me off about people in general. In my opinion, if I have somebody, I'll use Marz for instance. If I'm bigging up Marz and everything, right? And now it feels as if Marz is challenging me. I'm not going to sit here and try to sub Marz now. I'm not going to sit here. If I've been trying to big up Marz this whole entire time, and then now it's his time to sit here and be on that pedestal, I'm not going to sit here and have an issue with that if that's truly how I felt. With LeBron James and Stephen Curry, it's kind of like, yeah, LeBron James, yeah, I'm bigging you up, yeah, but now when you at this pedestal here, I'm not with it. I'm not with you trying to take that pedestal from me.
You're talking a regular episode versus players court. You know what I'm saying? If you and Marz in the finals in players court, you're going to try to say whatever you need to say in order to get the dub.
Facts. Of course, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and try to talk shit to Marz.
Right. It's a different of trying to get a dub and doing it with respect and dignity. Like to a person of that, when that person is not on that, doing that type of time. If they're going back and forth, you see like with Joel Embiid and KD, they always get into it. And then when they calm down, they talking, whatever. It was out of nowhere how Braun was doing. Like, get the F out of here. Like, just be, it was kind of weird.
That was crazy.
Flex. It was a weird flex. To Steph,
I thought it was crazy
Steph is
too.
never on that type of time.
But I don't think Steph is. I don't think Steph is that innocent though, man. He just be doing stuff that we don't really catch, and there's a lot of players like that.
But no, you're putting Steph in the Chris Paul realm. That's what you're thinking about, and that's
no. I know.
That's not what we're doing.
I know. Okay. Well, I'm not. Listen, man. I would never say no. Listen, man. I would never.
We know how crazy Chris Paul is. We know,
right. And
gross.
I would never put Steph Curry in the same category as Chris Paul. I would never do that, man. Like you got to let me live on that. But what I'm saying is, there are instances where you can see Steph talking, even if it's like under the like. For example, you remember when KG came out like recently and said that Tim Duncan is one of the illest trash talkers during that era, and we don't know that of Tim.
Right, but
so that's what I'm saying. That's the type of stuff that Steph gets off.
That's different. Like, ooh, got you. Like I watched that.
Bro,
that was probably,
bro, listen, man. If he says that 15 times, if he says that 15 times in a game against you, you're gonna be hot, bro.
Of course, you'll be tight. Facts.
Steph Curry with him is more of like he's gloating, he's celebrating. It's not more of this Stephen Curry's like, yeah, I'm showing you up, like, screw you, I'm on one and you trash. Steph Curry's like, yeah, I'm on one right now, fuck with me. I think that's his form of trash talking.
Whether you're directing it towards me or not, it's still gonna like directly towards me, or whether you're just gloating to yourself and your teammates, it's still gonna make me mad because you're scoring against us.
It will make you mad, but I'm not disrespecting you, Raw. I'm not coming at you.
But it's a respect factor. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get what you guys are saying, but it's still gonna make Braun mad because it's directly related to him losing. So
I think Braun was more mad at the fact that people was trying to call Steph Curry the best player in the
best player in the world.
I think that's what really pissed him off. Nothing to do with Steph related. It's more of the image that Steph Curry was bringing is like, oh, it's his time.
Fire.
Since Go ahead, JD.
Since we're in the playoffs, I already know Dell's take on this. Well, we already know Dell's take on this. I don't remember who was all here when we first started talking about this, though. I don't think Marz was, so I'm going to start with you, Marz. How much does the regular season impact the playoffs?
It impacts it a bit. I won't say it holds all the weight in the world, as in It impacts seeds and who you play in the first round, what matchups you get, who you like. For example, the Bucks, I think clearly were avoiding Brooklyn in the first round. They didn't want that matchup to come that soon, so they dropped down to the 3 seed, got a favorable matchup. That's important. I look at the regular season more as a gauge to see where your team is at in terms of how you play and how you like game plan certain opponents. There's some games you take more seriously than others. I think I look at defense a lot in the regular season to see which teams are really like putting in effort or how they defend certain guys in the league. So I look more so towards defense. I'm not looking at, like, for example, Brooklyn this season. I never thought they were a 7 seed type of team. They were clearly a better team than that. They just had issues they had to deal with in the regular season. So I don't think the best teams in the regular season automatically make you the best team in the playoffs, but I think there's some things that you look to that can impact playoff series.
Yeah,
I think it's based on team.
Playoffs. Yeah, my only take with playoffs and regular season is not more so the game. I think it's more so like the continuity of a team and just finding the habits, like basically. But when a person had 50 and killing all this stuff and the wins and the losses, and I'm like, it's really 0-0. And it's just testament. Most of these games really proves that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, both teams, the Bucks and the Bulls, who's like finished under 100, like stuff like that. So all that high flying, like it's really a different game plan, and it really tests the times of like who's here, like basically of who's here. So that's why I love playoff basketball in the league more so than regular season. And that's what Marz said. You know, they got some type of games in the regular season. Like when we watch Brooklyn going to Philly and play, that game felt like a playoff game. Like, yeah. You know, whoever was watching the game, even though Brooklyn won by 15-20, was like, nah, the energy in that.
But that was the last 10 games of the regular season. So yeah, for sure, they were jockeying for position.
Yeah, the energy of that game. But Brooklyn was, but both sides, the energy of the game was top tier. You know what I'm saying? Every Christmas game feels a little different. Opening night in a way sometimes feel different. But then the middle tier of it's like, all right. But for a team like Boston Celtics,
like 40 to 60 games.
Like for the team of the Boston Celtics, I think they found their way in the regular season. It helped them this year more than I could see a team in a while, to be honest. Like every other team was dealing with more so injuries throughout this year than I've seen before. But the Boston Celtics, for sure, for a while since January, took on the like, yo, we're gonna build in the regular season.
But that's what happens, and that's why I say like regular season does have a level of importance because the Raptors were struggling as well. There was a time where the Wizards was on top, and then the Wizards started. We see who they really was, you know. Dallas started picking things up as well. So it's like that's why the regular season is important to me because you need time to figure out who your team truly is. And right now, and in the 82-game series, every team shows you exactly who they are.
The Wizards hype was crazy.
I think
Rod.
The regular season, you know, you guys
Bradley Beal.
I was the main advocate of the regular season. And I'm like, bro, the regular season is everything to me. Like, obviously, the playoffs are more important, but a coach isn't going to know his rotation. He's not going to know who to play at this moment in time, who's good at this moment in time. These two players play together well. All of those little things, you figure that out in the regular season. So when you get to the playoffs, your team is, you know, as good as they possibly can be.
That's a good perspective,
players that don't even know that they're capable of doing what they can do until they do it in the regular season. And then they do it in the postseason. So it's like, you know, the regular season, it means a lot for these players to build their camaraderie. Just like how you guys were saying, the Brooklyn Nets, the only thing that's holding them back is their chemistry. Well, if they didn't make that trade, they would probably have more chemistry.
No, because even to last year, like I've always felt with the Steve Nash, how the team is run, the foundation, it's a foundation thing. It's not even about the pieces you put together. I think it's a foundation of let's say Mark Jackson would have came and laid the foundation of a different feel of continuity. And that has nothing to do with the pieces that they have, other than I think of the voice that's speaking it. That's where I'm looking at it from, like the voice of Steve Nash, how he's speaking it towards of like, yo, that's what happened with the Knicks this year. I think Tibbs lost some of that locker room. They wasn't doing like he just thought Randall was gonna be. He lost some of that locker room. Tibbs been coaching in the league for years. You think he changed his sets or doing any of that stuff? No, it's just your voice wasn't heard as it has been before.
Same with the Nets. You're right. I don't think
My bad, yo. Go ahead.
I was just saying the same with the Nets. I don't think Steve Nash commands the same, and we regurgitating now, but I don't think Steve Nash commands the same attention from his players as he should.
What you mean by attention?
Like they don't. They will listen to him a little bit.
I mean,
then,
if we look at what Kyrie said, as in we don't really need a coach. That's setting a bad tone for Steve Nash going into that job. As in, Kyrie's already basically saying Steve Nash is holding the position, as in he is the coach, but we're not really looking for him to guide us as a team.
Right, and I don't think Kyrie has changed his stance on that. I think he still believes that. Especially now when it comes down to the wire and there's like clear coaching mistakes being made, that just reaffirms it. You know what I mean? He's like, well, see, should have just been doing what we doing amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. Leaders do it on the bench.
Del, can I ask you something? When do you think that Thibs lost the locker room? Do you think that Kemba Walker was a catalyst for that?
I don't think Kemba. I think his how he portrayed Kemba. Mm-hmm. When as a player, right? You seen this actually happened to me in a way in Argentina with not even the coaching staff, with players. I was on the team in Argentina, and a couple of players, it's like Del's ego in terms of my stature, my resume is too big for this. Is what some of the captain and the point guard is saying. And then they had a brass meeting about it, and I wasn't there. I didn't speak Spanish, but one of the players, the team best Argentinian player who plays on the national team, he goes, "What? Like, you guys are bugging. Like, y'all really want a player that comes to work hard, does his job, doesn't fit that narrative so you guys could, fit the bill for yourself. That's selfish." And so I ended up leaving that team, and that player left with me. He's like, "Yo, I'm out of here." They're like, "I can't be a part of a winning system like that if you guys are viewing that." Losing the mentality. So if based on a player and y'all just not because y'all want to be yourself. So I think that the thing with Tibbs is, if you're doing that to a player that literally everyone in the locker room just adores, is and that has a resume, that has cachet, and you're doing that, and they're like, "Yo, he comes to work, he's professional, he's doing all of this," and you're shunning him. Basically, no matter how you try to put it, how you talk to Kemba, it's still a shun, and you're casting him off based on what criteria? You see what I'm saying? Like the numbers lied, the numbers didn't tell a story, whatever the case may be, based on what.
The Knicks was trash.
And then he comes back tricks. And then have 40 and 30s and doing all of these things. Is like, of course, the kid could still play. Now we're looking at the coach like, "Oh, that's bugged out. That's tough." So I think that's given season took his biggest hit.
Right. Any given season, any given league, you will see that on multiple teams, that dynamic where there's like the best player and they're just trying to get buddy off the team for whatever reason. He can average, 20 points in 20 minutes, whatever. And then you know what the coach will do, just because he wants to get rid of that contract so he can get somebody else in, he will just play him 2 minutes. And then your stats go crazy down the toilet. And you do that for 3 or 4 games. And then the player is going to look at it like, "Yo, man, I have to move," because he's going to literally railroad my career. I won't be able to find a better team. And then it's the first question that arises is, "Oh, is he a cancer?" You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Outside of him not playing up to par. So it's nasty. It gets real nasty, man.
Hey, Devin Booker out game 3 and 4.
I was gonna say right now.
He's cooking. I want to do players court, but I'm also like, "Oh my god, I want to watch this." But
let's get players court, and then we could be out.
Yep, we're about to.
Hey, hold up,
because I gotta tune into my boy.
D Book out with the hamstring injury.
Game 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So let's end the show on a high note. Chat, give me an order. We got Marz, Ron, Del Dub, Euro up here. Give me an order for players court, and we'll get it started. If you're brand new to Players Choice, Players Court we have several topics up here. We're going to have the chat pick the first topic, and then each panelist up here will answer or give a response related to the question, and you guys will decide who you are voting out for the answer you least like. Everyone gets 24 seconds to answer every question. Once we get to the final round, 30 seconds per panelist to answer. And that is is what it is. Euro, Marz, Dub, Del, Ron. Euro, Marz, Dub, Del, Ron. All right, I need numbers 1 through 7. 1 through 7. Man, this is a good game over here. God. If you guys want to watch the game, it is on Euroleague.tv. Euroleague.tv.
Don't you gotta? They need a login though.
You need a login, yeah.
Or they gotta pay.
You get a day pass, or you could do a month thing.
The playoff.
So, yeah. So let me see here. We got boom, boom. All right, I got my number. So we got Euro, Marz, Dub, Del, Ron, starting with you.
Damn, fourth?
Starting with you, Euro. The most toxic franchise in the NBA.
I got 10 seconds, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me know when the time starts.
Right now.
I will go with Philly solely based off of their fan base. And, we know the fans. We've seen a great example of, how nasty they can get with the Ben Simmons situation. And also management, they got him up out of there in unison with the fans. So I thought that was kind of nasty. So yeah, definitely toxic, Philly.
Marz.
I'm gonna go with the Kings. They kill careers. Every big prospect they've been having very good lottery picks over the years. They're missing all of them. They haven't made the playoffs in God knows how long. DeMarcus Cousins probably the best player they've had in a while. He couldn't make the playoffs with them. Coaching changes left and right. To trade in Tyrese Halliburton might be the weirdest trade I've ever seen. They're just a team that has no clue how to run a franchise.
Dub.
I'll go with the Lakers. The Lakers are a double-edged sword. They're either very high praise on you for what you do for them, or if you're not doing your job, they're very fast to kill you. So Lakers, if you're not performing to their standards, they are always ready to kill you, and they're always ready to get you up out of there.
Del.
I'm gonna go with the New York Knicks. The Knicks is the most toxic in the right of. They have been losing so much. You got a player like Kemba Walker. Most of the good players that goes there, it doesn't turn out to be the way that they wanted. Everything that goes there turns into rust. I'll go with the Knicks and just everything they run. James Dolan's a terrible owner.
Laren.
Slave ship.
I'm gonna go with actually the Los Angeles Clippers. They're stuck in that Los Angeles spotlight. They're the little brother of the Lakers. But just in terms of ownership, you guys remember the Sterling thing, and then the Doc Rivers thing. It's just always something going on with the Clippers, and they got so much talent right now, and they're still gonna undersucceed.
Man, that was fire round. All right, chat. I need you to tell me who's out. We got 5 people up here. I can only do 4 in a poll. I don't even know if I can actually add people in this poll. Nope, I can't.
Interesting choice, Ron, but I'm not mad at it.
Not gonna be able to do
what with the Clips?
Polls. Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I went 5th. You guys literally took.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like I picked Boston.
I don't really think Boston's that toxic.
They are though.
They are.
Are they really?
I mean, Boston's racist mostly.
The fans I don't think the Boston's toxic at all.
The fans
I don't think Clippers is toxic at all either.
So who?
Wait, we can't affect the voting. We can't.
Oh, right, we can't.
Yeah, we can't.
I mean, it looks pretty conclusive, but I'm just skimming.
Marz is getting booted.
Nah, it's looking like a heavy
Marz
wrong.
really chose the one that I wanted. I didn't think nobody was gonna go with the King.
It was going to be the Lakers or the Kings for me, and the Lakers seemed like an easy argument to make, so I went with the Kings.
I figured it out on my end how I can do it. Okay.
I just feel like toxic, like you were talking about just ownership and stuff like that. Like I also mean like the fans and just the players that they have, like all that contributes to toxicity, in my opinion. You know,
honestly, when this question,
right on the money, you said Philly.
When this question came, I thought of New York, LA, and Philly, and no one else.
Facts.
Me too.
Not even the show. So when the Knicks dropped to me at 4th, I was so blown away because I didn't even think of working up anything to say about the Knicks because the fact that the Knicks was still. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't think even the Kings is your biggest one was good was the Tyrese Halliburton, but Other than that, no one's looking for the Kings to say like the Kings. You know what I'm saying? It's toxic.
I
was looking
at
moving on. I want to watch this game. Ron got zapped. Ron, give me a number 1 through 6.
Let's go 4.
Euro. Who is the best third option in the NBA?
Wow. Shit. I'm gonna say. Can I say 2 players because it's not clear? I'm gonna say Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday, for the simple fact, whichever one you choose. The same argument for both.
That's tough though.
Huh? All right, like I'll just leave it at that. You know what I mean? It's a nasty take. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I won't even elaborate, for sake of fairness.
Marz.
I was gonna go somewhere similar. I was gonna say Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, but I'll go Klay. I think Klay, as in what he does off the ball, catch and shoot, plays defense. Even coming off the injury, we see last 10 games of the regular season or so, he was getting back into playoff shape. He was averaging like 25-40% from 3. The Klay Thompson we all know. He still plays good on-ball defense. That's great for the Warriors, what we need when we play that small ball lineup. He's hitting threes, he's hitting jump shots, he's creating more.
Dub.
I'll go with Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is a guy who could take on more of an offensive load, but due to the team concept that we have, he really doesn't have to. Tyler Hero and Jimmy does a job in doing that, but Bam Adebayo is a perfect third option for Miami Heat squad, and it's going to be really hard to replace him if we lose him.
Dale.
Go with DeAndre Ayton. I think if DeAndre Ayton consistently come up and play big and score the ball, rebound, control the paint, and defense for the Phoenix Suns, they'll go as far as they can go. I think he's a huge piece for them. I'm going to go with DeAndre Ayton.
All right, I got the pull up. I figured it out. We got a
Marz,
super
you
chat.
pissed me off.
Caveman.
No, I think
because I was gonna pick Jordan Poole, but
I think it's gross that you guys named 2 players though. I think
I made the Klay argument because I didn't know.
You still mentioned the name, bro.
If I get out, I'm not gonna be mad, bro. That was nasty.
But you mentioned the Jordan Poole name though, so it's like, and honestly, I think Draymond Green's the third option on that team anyway. But still, though.
Caveman donated through the super chat, said, "Damn, Dub, got to do my Lakers dirty. It's on site when I debate against you. JK, it's all love." Also, Darian sent us a cash app. This is the same guy that I read the DM from earlier, but he said, "For much love from the Navy. We love you guys out here." That's dope, man. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys are showing so much love today. It's overwhelming. You guys are dope. Euro. Let's see. Oh yeah, Euro.
Yeah,
I think you would have been fine with Drew, like just Drew.
But you see, like, okay, I just.
But then people would have been like, "Is he really the third option?"
And Marz doing the exact same thing to get 9 is kind of gross.
No, because I at least made the argument for Klay. Like I went one way.
But you said both names though. It's like
because I didn't know which one's the third option, so I made the Klay.
I mean, if we want to get technical, you said Ayton, and he's the second option now that D-Book is out.
Oh my god!
Technical is injury. Euro stop.
Euro.
That was a crazy context, bet.
Euro 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6.
Let me get 3.
Marz, who's the biggest X factor in the playoffs right now?
This might be crazy. I'm gonna say the biggest X factor is Luka Doncic's health. I think wherever Dallas hopes ride on whether or not he can go and be 100% and stay healthy. They need him to get through this first round series. I think if he comes back game 4, maybe they can win this series without him. It's a bit tougher. I think the biggest X factor for the team's success would be Luka Doncic just coming back.
Dub.
You can call it recency bias, but Jordan Poole, bro. If Jordan Poole's played like that on a consistent basis with Steph and Klay, bro, oh my God, bro. The titles are definitely going their way. So Jordan Poole coming off the bench and doing that, looking just like Steph Curry, definitely the biggest X factor for me.
Dale.
I'm going to go with Draymond Green. I think Draymond Green is the biggest X factor in the Warriors and how everything flows over there. I think if he's there, the key to the ignition is just starting. He's getting Steph going. He's getting Jordan going. He's putting confidence in Jordan Poole, and he's also being reliable for Klay Thompson on offense and defense. I like Draymond Green as the X factor for the Warriors.
All right, chat. Poll is going up. Make sure you vote out who You are zapping. Who's getting zapped? Zap zap. What an episode today. Banger.
Marz, why did you pick Luka his help?
Because Dallas ain't doing anything without Luka. So if we're looking at X factors,
what
him being
overall
healthy,
impact on the playoffs? Like they may
like
not even make it to the finals. I would have just said
though.
injury.
I would have said Devin Booker
and like COVID protocols or something like that.
I think Devin Booker. I think the Suns can easily beat the Pelicans without Devin Booker. The Dallas Mavericks need Luka to do anything, in my opinion.
They just want.
They're also not matched up against the Pels.
Yeah, and they're playing against the better team, so they need Luka more than the Suns need Devin Booker. I'm probably going to lose anyway.
Yeah, that was a quick zap. That was very quick zap. All right, we're down to Dub versus Dell. Final round. 30 seconds on the clock. Starting with you, Dub. Oh my God.
I have a time period to think about this.
This is a long question. You have 10 seconds to think. This is a long question. I'm going to give you 15 seconds because this is a long question so you can digest the question. 6 of the 8 Western Conference playoff teams have never won a championship. Only the Warriors and Mavs. Which franchise is poised to win their first ever championship?
Love the question.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
While he thinking, can you read the question again? So I didn't.
Yep, I'll read this question again and then I'll start the time for Dub. 6 of the 8 Western Conference playoff teams have never won a championship. Only the Warriors and Mavs. Which franchise is poised to win their first ever championship?
Okay.
I'll go with the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets have a back-to-back MVP with Nikola Jokic. They don't really need a lot of other pieces to surround Jokic with. Just get a couple more defensive guys, another guy to help them on playmaking, and the Denver Nuggets has a bright future on their eyes. They're great at building up their talent. They're great at building up their team, and they just got a great team concept going for them.
Dell.
I'm gonna go with the Phoenix Suns. I think the Phoenix Suns is the outright favorite right now to many teams. They have Chris Paul. They have the coach of the year, and they're just coming off a finals appearance. And what they got going on this year, I think, with all health aside, the Phoenix Suns, who's many has them winning championship, and I take them very poised to win their first championship. Could be this year.
Ooh, chat.
Damn.
Who's getting zapped?
Damn.
Yo, Dub.
I was thinking of future, bro.
Listen, no. Before y'all get on Dub, Dell's was definitely the right answer, but don't be surprised if the Nuggets actually win before the Suns.
Nah, bro, it's fine. Like that was, wow, fuck.
Dub.
Honestly, Dub, that's how I felt with the play-in question.
Bro, this is the nastiest zap I've ever seen in Players Court.
When I didn't pick Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah,
and I didn't think of them, the Brooklyn Nets or the Clippers.
As
teams. That's because I'm like the Brooklyn Nets, and I didn't even think about the 4 other teams.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the exact same.
In my
thing.
mindset, I'm thinking about in the future, what's gonna happen and what the teams is gonna look up based off projection, and then I just thought about the Denver Nuggets. Damn, bro.
Del, you're in winner's circle by a lot. 88% voted Dub out.
That's worse than mine, Dub.
Nah, that was a crazy fold, bro.
I don't know. I want to say, out of all my players' choice wins, this is probably my best one because I was last to choose. People always complain about being last, and being the pick. So from
you
going
got
from
lucky
last
with the Knicks, like you said yourself.
I don't care what happened. I was last. Y'all saw Ricky Bobby.
I'm with it, man. Basket it up.
Fire, man.
I appreciate that.
Yo, amazing.
Bobby Boucher.
Amazing episode. Amazing episode today, fellas. Thank you guys, everyone who tapped in live, man. Thank you, everyone who's sending the super chats through. You guys asked some really good questions today. Everyone who tapped into the Discord at the beginning of the show with the Q&As, man. You guys just continue to make this show great. And every week, every episode, I feel like it's just getting better and better, man. And we just can't tell you guys enough how much we appreciate the community. Final words, fellas.
Love is love. Hope my boy Shaq get that win. I'm out of here.
Yes.
Y'all the real
MVP. Man.
Yes, sir.
Happy playoffs. Jimmy's that guy. Screw y'all.
Celtics in 6. Celtics in 6.
Bucks in 6.
Euro.
Like and subscribe, please.
Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, man. And shout out to you guys listening on Spotify and Apple. I didn't forget about y'all, man. We'll see you guys next